Huh. The birds are chirping. It's a nice. Yesterday was a way nicer day. A little overcasty today, but you know, I'll take any bit of sun that I can get. You know? When this guy can wear some shorts, I'm doing it.
All right, pitter patter, let's get at her. We got another day going on here. Yo, you look like summer, bro.
What's going on, Captain America? He doesn't do that.
He doesn't? Oh,
No.
All right, never mind.
Okay.
Does he do this?
This is a fat guy dance. No, he doesn't do that.
Yeah. I'm Captain Bacon. call me Captain Bacon.
Oh, bacon.
This is just the bottom of the wok that I cook. that I cook up all my stuff.
Your wok is the size of a t-shirt.
You're
a fat pig.
Yes.
Yes.
I use the same size as Captain America's shield is. How big that is.
That's your wok.
That's my wok. That's how much food I cook.
And he needs
for dinner.
2 of those. Seconds.
I'm one of those guys like, yo, we gave you Captain America's shield. You should be honored. And you just clip to like 5 seconds later. I have it on the stove and I'm whipping up stuff.
Got hot sauce in one hand.
Jay's hot sauce too. Jay's
bacon
hot sauce
in the other hand. He's like, hey, let's party.
I thought you guys gave me a wok. It's a shield.
Yeah.
No, it's a wok.
Defending my belly.
My belly. You can't expect me to fight on an empty stomach. And then it cuts to 5 seconds later, and I'm like,
You didn't do anything on an empty stomach.
I'm on the couch just sleeping.
Yeah.
Bacon juice dripping down my face.
Dave, I gotta do the dishes. All right, let me eat something.
Yeah. I gotta get up from the couch.
Let me eat something. That's how it goes.
That's about right.
Yeah. It's fat guy rules.
That's all I do.
You know? Because, we burn calories just trying to, like, get up.
Just get up. Yeah. Just going from the car to here, that was probably a lot too, right?
Yeah. So we gotta go eat something.
We gotta go eat something. All right. Let's get this show started, bro.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Get do it. Oh no. Your mama. Every time, it don't fail.
Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Doo-doo.
That's Yaj, better known as Jay.
Doo-doo Pops.
We're sponsored by Glazed Doo-doo Pops.
They're good. Here,
Angel Reese's Glazed.
Oh, sorry.
You missed. You missed.
I meant to put it on the table.
Bro, this is supposed to be a promo.
I know.
For guess what? BigTings.com. See the logo right there? The Big Tings logo. And look at these amazing shoes that you can find on BigTings.com. You can get hats. I buried the lead on what I'm supposed to be saying.
Hats.
That's our sponsor.
T-shirts.
Our 2 sponsors.
Shoes.
Glazed Doo-doo Pops and BigTings.com. BigTings.com. You can go there and get all kinds of Jay and Dave merch.
That's right.
The Big Tings merch is the big stuff. We got the Big Tings shoes. This is just one version. We got the orange version to it. And then there's a bunch of different colors of these out there. Right. Blue, black.
Yellow.
That's it. That's a bunch.
Then we're going to have a special pair coming out at the end of this month.
Oh, shit.
So stick around.
Stick around to see those. Go to BigTingz.com.
You know who's a super fan?
Who?
Yo mama! She got 2 pairs!
No. Live. Let's go live. Wait for our boy AJ to pop on there. Ready? Welcome.
What up?
To the Jay and Dave Show.
Give me some money. Dolce.
Peso for leche. Pesos for leche. Anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, go back a few episodes and watch our Cuba show, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Welcome to the Jay and Dave Show. We ain't
going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Because we're fat boys for life.
And we're still here, bro.
That's right.
Because we ain't going nowhere.
They ain't kicked us off yet.
Nope. I don't think they ever will, bro.
And you know what?
We're on a roll.
We'll just come back.
I like rolls, too. Like,
I got a couple of rolls.
I got a couple here, too.
Yeah.
A couple rolls here.
Yeah.
But I like a good dinner roll.
I like a good, what are those called? The Hawaiian ones.
What are Hawaiian rolls?
They're a little bit sweeter, I guess.
Oh, okay. I like those too.
Yeah.
I like all kind of rolls. Jelly rolls, cinnamon rolls. I don't know. That's all I got.
Let me see your Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Rolls. Never mind.
Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. No.
No?
No. Not your Tootsie
Not my Tootsie Roll? All right. Anyhow, welcome to the Jay and Dave Show. Let's get the intro out of the way real quick.
Sorry if you people who left already.
Make sure and
throw
your boys a big old like, subscribe,
add,
make sure and share. Sharing is caring nowadays. Like sharing is the big thing that all the social medias want you to do.
Share away.
You know somebody who likes to talk shit, likes to talk sports? Throw us in their inbox and let's see if we can get some views. And it keeps us in the rotation, right? You guys too. Take a talker. Make sure and share and like and subscribe and do all those things.
Do it.
Hit the bell.
Go ahead.
And hit the bell.
Go ahead.
And as always, we are sponsored by BigTings.com. That's the best way to support the show. To go to BigTingz.com and get all your Jay and Dave merch and get all your Big Tings merch and all that stuff. Summer's coming up, so you can go on and grab yourself a few t-shirts, a couple hats, protect your head from the sun.
That's right.
And just look fucking cool doing it.
I know.
Get on there.
But it's so late, guy.
In what?
For like this weather.
Oh, for it to get to start? It's probably, it's probably going to be fucking hot all the way till October. That's why.
Well, I'll take it.
Like, it feels like the season's kind of got pushed back a month or something. Because it used to be hot, like, from May 24.
April. I mean, May.
Yeah,
April was like showers, but it was getting warm. And then May, then June.
Yeah, April showers bring May flowers. That's what you say. Now, all May it rained. And now June is just starting to...
Like, we had a
it's
nice day
yesterday.
yesterday.
It's like the seasons got pushed a month over.
I don't know, man.
Wait, don't forget, we have two more sponsors. We have the good old Glazed Doo-Doo Pops, brought to you by Angel Reese. Angel Reese's Glazed Doo-Doo Pops.
Oh, yeah.
And we have brought to you by Ben Simmons.
Bench.
We have Bench Simmons. This is the Glazed Doo-Doo Pops TikTok. And that's Bench Simmons.
Look at that lovely picture.
I can't read the French side, but I don't know. They're like they're glazed or something too. What are they?
I don't know. How do you say fall in French?
I don't know. Honey Nut Toasted Oats, Bench Simmons. There we go.
Wait, let me see. Can I attempt to read
Those are
this?
our other two sponsors. Are you going to do the French? Here we go. Jay's going to read some French for you guys.
Avant grilli un mel et not de glace pop.
Oh my god. You butchered that. I could do that better. And I don't speak a lick of French. I remember them teaching us in French in school. I was fluent in French in grade, I don't know, by grade 10 or 11?
Hey, well, listen.
I was fluent. Like, if I could speak to French people, anything. And then...
Oui.
And then high school ended. And I never used French again.
No.
Bibliothèque.
Salle de bain.
I like, it's bibliothèque, and what's the other one that I like?
Salle de bain.
Pamplemousse. Pamplemousse is a good one, too.
Well,
Those are my two favorite French words. Yeah. TikTok, you have any favorite French words?
Mine is salle de bain.
Thank you guys for the likes. If you guys throw up some likes, keeps us in the rotation. And we will field any questions. We are about to get into... We should start with the pet peeves, right?
Yeah, well, we always start with pet peeves.
Yeah. So, should I get into mine first? Mine might be a little long.
Go ahead, Dave. The floor is yours.
The floor is mine.
Take it away.
This one, I told Jay what was coming. So, I wanted to talk about the card collecting business.
Right.
Like, it's really disappointing because lately, I've been... Me and my daughter, we watch wrestling a lot and stuff. And she has been like, Daddy, you collect cards and all this stuff. Can I start collecting WWE cards?
Right.
I'm like, what a brilliant idea. You want to get into the hobby a little bit? There's something you really love?
Yeah, yeah.
And guess what? I went out looking for WWE 2025 cards, and I can't find anything under like $80. Any box under $80.
That's armed robbery.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, like I understand people that are like hardcore collectors that are buying the $80 boxes because there could be very valuable cards, and they don't care about the base cards and all that stuff. They basically throw them away. What I got, I'll end this later with what I got to do is find the people who just throw away base cards and buy them. But, you know, everybody's looking for these valuable cards. So Tops and Upper Deck and whoever, they up the prices of all their stuff because everybody's buying these things looking for the valuable cards.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's my 8-year-old daughter
who can't buy
who can't get into the hobby because everything costs so much.
So expensive.
And it's like, it's really like annoying. Like, I think they should just make a lower version. Like, my idea to fix it would be like, just make a lower version where the cards are not that valuable. But easier for kids or people who just want to be in the hobby for the hobby's sake.
Right.
Like, ultimately, collectors are all in it for the hobby. You know, there are certain people who are in it to make money. And it's their job. You know what I mean? Like the breakers and people who buy and sell all the time and who have their own eBay page and their own whatnot page and whatever. But then there's got to be like, for every one of those, there's got to be hundreds, maybe even thousands of people who just want to collect because they want to collect. Yeah. And the way the card scene is now with hockey cards, with basketball cards, with football cards, every new box coming out costs like $150.
It's robbery.
You know, like things.
Robbery.
There are boxes that are coming out that are like $1,000 and like this and that. Like you like, and they have the gall to call them the hobby box. The hobby boxes, are the ones that are more expensive.
If there's not a Wayne Gretzky or a Michael Jordan in that box, it's not no hobby box.
No, I don't.
Just give me a box of cards.
Yeah, it's just I don't.
You know,
and people are always like, I don't know. It's really annoying because my daughter wants to get into the hobby, even if it's just wrestling cards. Right. It's still the hobby she wants to get into. That can evolve into something. She does MMA, so she might one day like switch to UFC cards or something. Like there's just so much stuff that UFC she is thinking of getting into. Right. But she can't get into it because
she can't afford it.
She's 8 years old and already priced out of the hobby. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the solution is here. I think they should just have cards for people who just want to be in the hobby, cheaper cards.
I think they should just lower the price.
It would make sense. You know what I mean? But like people,
win-win for everybody.
The collectors and the breakers and all that are the ones sort of boosting it up, like making cards more valuable than they are. And I know they put out rare cards and they put out patch cards and they put out whatever. But you can make a series of cards that are just as collectible. Because when we were young, when I was 8 years old, I was buying cards already with my little allowance money or saving up. And we were able to.
You know what I think it is? Hockey and basketball, they have like a lower tier. Yeah. But I'm guessing wrestling isn't at that point with the cards yet.
Yeah, but hockey and basketball don't have cheap cards that you can get either.
Well, they
have lower end
cards.
But then like, I don't know, and there is a certain sector of like 8-year-olds that want to collect basketball cards a lot, but like I don't know. Like, they just... I still think for an 8-year-old to buy a $39.99 box of cards...
is a lot.
It's still a little bit expensive. When I was younger, I could buy a full set of every single card of that year for about that price. And I would own everything.
Who makes the wrestling cards?
I think it's Tops.
So we gotta message Tops and tell them, hey...
Yeah, man. Like, you've priced my daughter out of the hobby. She just wants to collect the cards because she... loves wrestling.
There you go.
She loves so much of the characters and she just wants to like rip them because she sees Daddy rip some cards, and she wants to rip them herself and get cards. And it doesn't even matter if it's shiny and stuff. If she gets her favorite person, she's gonna lose it.
Right.
And that reaction has been taken away from her because we have to wait till the end of the year for her to get a good report card for me to spend $80 on a box for her.
Or you got to wait till next year when the box is $40.
Yeah, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't drop in price.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, because I've been looking at 2024 ones. They're $80 also.
Wow.
If I go back all the way,
got you.
If I go all the way back to maybe 2015, you can find some boxes for like $30-$40.
Right.
But she's only been watching wrestling for maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
She doesn't know nobody.
So she'll kind of know who they are, but she doesn't want those cards. She wants her favorite wrestlers now.
Yes,
I get you. So I know this is I've made this one all about wrestling cards, but to be honest, I'm talking about all the cards.
Cards in general.
The cards in general. Like now, I can go grab a quick hanger pack of like NBA 2025 cards for $11, and those are nice. There's like fucking 30-40 cards in it and stuff like that, and that's okay. And you see, they're lower end. You're not going to find anything that's crazy outrageous. You know what I mean?
But
so
you'll find the base cards for whatever.
A lot of base cards, a couple shiny ones, and whatever. So like NBA seems to have it, but NFL cards are fucking expensive. NHL cards, because we're in Canada too. NHL cards are expensive. You can find
lower
end packs, but it's funny because the lower packs for the NHL ones are years that are guaranteed. Like Salabrini didn't come out. Connor Bedard, any pack that has potential to have Connor Bedard in it, it's not cheap. You know, like they raise the prices because if you're going to get like a card that's kind of valuable, they want you to pay more, and they know people are chasing and they will pay.
Right.
But in turn, they are pricing out
everybody else
who just wants to collect for the hobby. They think every single person is money hungry dog trying to make as much money as they can. Meanwhile, back in the day when I have like 6 Ken Griffey's, because I just used to open packs like crazy and have fun, and I have all my stuff. And you ended up with these cards. You know, like if you want them to be valuable, just only make so much of them.
Well, that's
and then put out the cards at a decent price so that everybody can.
You know what's happening? I think now.
And that's my.
I think they're over.
That's my
printing cards right now. Like there's too many cards out.
Too many of what type of cards?
Any type.
Like base cards.
Any kind of cards. Like. I take for instance like Wimby when he came out as a rookie.
Oh yeah.
You know how many rookie cards that
there's had? Like 1,000,001.
So I think there's too many cards. And then you're overpricing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Well, they were overpriced for Wemby because everybody wanted a Wemby. Because as soon as people got to Wemby, they sold them.
I know.
And they were selling them for good money because people were looking for the Wemby. And then
now
there's like my daughter who couldn't buy a pack of basketball cards if she wanted to because everything was so overpriced.
There you go.
You know? And that's, I don't know, that's just the thing. That's where we are.
Yeah, well.
Anyhow, that's my rant. Cards are too damn expensive.
Too expensive.
So the hobby is not the hobby anymore. The hobby is only about making money. You know? And yes, there's a degree of when we collect. Of course, we're trying to watch our cards go up and do whatever. But we're just kind of like collecting the cards as we go. And then hoping that they go up.
That's what
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're collecting good people we think are good rookies and this and that. And we're having fun doing the collecting.
Yes.
We even go to Tim Hortons cards and we're like, yo, I got Wayne Gretzky, bro.
That's
I got thing. You know,
that's my specialty.
Yeah.
Tim Hortons. Timmy's is
the place where you can get cheap cards, but they're still technically $2 a pack. So and there's only 3 cards in them. Yeah. So if I wanted to if my daughter was into hockey and I wanted to get her Timmy's cards, I still have to buy her a shit ton of cards in order to try and find a thing, which in turn I'm probably spending $40-$50 still. You know what I mean? So it still kind of works out.
It's so true.
It still kind of works out to like
what's the time we're
crazy
in?
Amount of money.
The age we're in, everything costs that much money. You know,
I don't know.
It sucks, but you know, it shows our age, guy. You know.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, it was like comic books were 10 cents.
10 cents, 50 cents.
50 cents, like.
Yeah.
No,
when I was growing up, I was buying every time I bought a comic book, I bought 2.
Yeah.
Because I could afford it. I bought 1 not to read.
And one
to read.
Dude, you know? If it's 50 cents, I'm buying 6.
Yeah.
I'm buying that.
But I'd buy 2 of this, 2 of that, 2 of this, 2. And I had a whole crate of stuff that I never opened. I had the cardboard behind it still. It was in the plastic.
Yes.
You know?
I love those.
Cause back then, I was a comic book collector as a kid because I loved them. But I still had the insight to buy stuff and put it away. And it was so affordable that I could.
I didn't.
Now my daughter can't. That's why I'm all upset.
Yeah.
I'm basically upset for my daughter.
Because they're ruining the hobby for her.
Yeah. she can't even start getting into the hobby. Like, she can't start the hobby. I want to get her into cards.
But it's
But
too expensive.
the only way to get her into cards is for Daddy to consistently buy her the cards because...
No.
And I'm not going to make her save up her allowance and spend $80 on a box of cards,
The only way
bro.
that she can get these cards consistently is if Daddy gives blood.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe I could sell my body.
No, you can't do that. You'll get nothing. Sell your blood instead.
There's somebody out there that likes hairy, chubby guys.
Yeah, there's somebody out there who needs to throw up, like, all the time. And they turn on here and you go on and it's like...
So I could sell to people who have eating disorders.
No.
So when they eat, they can look at a picture of me and then throw up.
Sure.
No? It works.
Yeah.
Instead of having to force their finger down their throat.
Well, they're still going to do that.
They can have a picture of me. Like,
No, because they're going to be like, they're looking at you. Stop rubbing your chest, guys.
Do you like my titties?
No.
No?
I don't.
All right. I'll stop. All right. Anyhow, that's my pet peeve of the day. Thank you guys for the likes, TikTok.
Well, Dave,
keeps us in the rotation. Jay's,
my pet peeve is driving. I don't give a shit. This happened to me last week. It happened to me the week before, and it happened to me last night.
Driving.
So, you're on the highway.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're in the fast lane.
Yeah.
Okay? And there are cars in front of you.
Yes.
Okay? Some idiot pulls up behind you. He flashes his high beams because he wants you to leave. Move out of the way.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, dude, there's like a line of cars in front of me.
Yeah.
Why am I moving out of the way so you can flash everybody? Like, this is not how it works. When there's traffic, you're stuck in it too.
Yeah.
But this dickhead pulls out, drives in front of me, literally 2 feet, and he cuts me off.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And where does he go?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
He stays right in front of you. Yeah.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
So you know what I do?
Flash him.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? You shouldn't have come in front of me.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah. You're flashing his ass. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hate people who flash.
Yeah.
Like, I get it when
the road's open. Yeah.
If I'm in the lane and I'm driving and I see you coming, I'll move out of the way.
Move. Yeah, I do.
Because it's like, you're going to, like, dude, I'm not going that fast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go.
But when I'm still here, it's because somebody's in front of me.
Yeah, when you're stuck in traffic.
And what I hate is they get impatient and they go in front of you. They feel, and it's like, I let them in front of me. They don't. That's what they don't realize.
Yeah.
They think, oh, this guy. What happens is I leave a car lane.
You start leaving a space. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, come.
Yeah.
This is what I'm like, come.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, flash me. I'm like, and he goes in front of me.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's going somewhere.
Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Yeah.
You're going nowhere. And you know what I do?
Flash him. Yeah.
Like Morse code.
That's the way.
I try to like spell out words. You're a bitch. How do you spell bitch? This is close enough.
Yeah. Dot line.
Dot line. Close enough. Like.
Those people frustrate me too. Yeah, they just frustrate me too.
You're impatient.
I don't do anything.
But you can't go anywhere. And the problem is, it's not just like my lane. All 3 lanes are packed.
You know what's funny? Like, you know who does it a lot? Pickup truck drivers. People who are driving pickup trucks are always trying to blaze down the road and like...
Dave, that should be my pet peeve. I think 90% of people who drive pickup trucks are assholes.
Yeah, no, a lot. There's a lot. And they do so much stupid shit.
You know what I mean?
Because they got these big, powerful trucks.
I mean, like,
they want to go fast, and they want to beat you, and I don't know. They seem to always be in a rush. Anybody who's in a pickup truck is always in a fucking rush. I've never seen just pickup truck just cruising. They're flying. You know?
Yeah.
And they're always like getting right behind me. Like there's one guy, I was driving up the highway, and then there's the merge lane just coming on.
Right.
So he was coming on like this. So when they're coming on around the curve, they're usually going a little slower. So as he was coming on, and I wanted to get to that lane because that lane turns into my exit. So he was coming on. So as I saw him coming on, I sped up to just go in front of him. I put the signal on and everything. And as I sped up, he thought it was some kind of competition or something. And he pulled right beside me and just stayed there to not let me go over.
Dude,
until I braked, and then went behind him, and then he went over, and he thought it was like, yo, I'm gonna get in front of you to go over. I'm not gonna let you in.
But why did he do that?
I don't know, because he's driving a pickup truck, and that's just what they do. That's what these pickup truck people do.
So this is what I do now.
Yeah.
This is another thing I do now. So let's say you're behind me, you're flashing me.
Yeah.
And then, but there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go beside me, then I don't let you go in front of me sometimes.
Pace them so they can't come in.
Yeah, I make sure that I'm right in your blind spot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, go ahead. And they're flashing, and it's like, oh, you can't come over because I'm here.
Yeah.
Hi. You remember me?
You out asshole them.
You remember me? I'm the guy you were flashing. Hi. Am I annoying? Hi. I'm not letting you come over. Motherfucker.
Jay out assholes them.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
I just
like there's just people out there that are just seem to be always in the blazing rush.
The worst part about it is, like, sometimes it'll happen to me where the guy beside me, he's trying to go in front of me, but I'm like, dude, there's nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. That's the
Where
thing.
are you going? And then I look behind me. There's nothing behind me, guy. Like, for days.
Yeah.
It's like, you're trying, and, like, when I drive on the highway, I don't like to ride people's ass because I get annoyed.
Right.
If you ride my ass, it's like, yo, dude, stop riding my ass.
That could be a pet peeve for next week.
Yeah.
People
so
who ride.
I like to give a car length.
Yeah, that's technically what you're supposed to do.
But this
dickhead
will come
right up to your ass.
Sorry. This Richard face
yeah.
will come right up on my ass.
Yeah.
And then he'll come over and he'll try to go in front of me. And I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. Go ahead. You want to go in front of me? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to light you up.
Flash. Yeah.
You know? Like, where are you going?
I know it's
and
hard.
then they go in front of you. And it's like, see?
Yeah.
Now you know what I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Flash. You can't go anywhere. So it's like, why are you flickering?
Yeah, what's the whole point in the rush and stuff like that?
Flickering for me is like when it's open.
I have a friend from Germany that came down.
Right.
And we're driving, and to him, our highway is shit. Because they do 200 and stuff on a normal on their highway, right?
Right.
So we're driving, and the same deal was happening. We're in traffic. There's nowhere to go. Like, you can clearly see a line of like 15 cars in front of us.
Right.
And we were in the fast lane because we were going a little faster than the people in that lane, but we're just moving along.
Right.
And somebody came right up and flash, and I was like, what the fuck? I even said, but I don't usually like overdo whatever. So when I had a chance, I moved over and let him go in front. And he's like, with his German accent, I can't mock the German accent really, but he was like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. He's like,
he's impatient.
He's like, you're not supposed to be flashing. In Germany, this is wrong. And he goes, the people who use flash in Germany, because we drive 200, and if you're in the fast lane and you're doing 200 and somebody's doing 250, they pass you very fast. So they flash you like a mile away.
Yeah.
So that's where the flash is. So if you're driving and you see this flicker a mile away, you have so much time to get over, because by the time you get over, they go by you. And it's not like, because you're doing 200 also.
Right.
But they come by you and they give you this. They don't come right behind you and flick in your mirror. Because that's kind of dangerous, really, right? If you're high beaming somebody and they're driving and they're getting flashes in their mirrors, you know what I mean? That's not really...
No, it's not nice.
So the flickering in Germany, he says, they flick...
From far away.
From far
they're
away.
Like, yo, I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Like, oh, okay. I see you
and
now.
Like,
I'll get out of the way.
Yeah, and he's like, it's just common courtesy the way it is, the way they drive there. You see that flicker, move over. And everybody does it. And he's like, the traffic is never bad. Because there's all this politeness on the road. Like, it's very polite. Everybody knows. Nobody's doing 200 when everybody's doing 250.
No one's being a Richard face.
Yeah, nobody's being a Richard face.
Like, why?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the likes, yo.
Just want to, like... I tell people all the time, I wish I had, like, a big... You know... Big hand.
Yeah.
You ever watch, what are those guys called?
Jackass.
Yes,
and the hand that slap.
I want one of those in my car.
Yeah.
So that when you flash
you must be bringing this up because it just passed our social media just the other day. I put it in my story. Yeah. They pranked the guy. The guy's like, high five, and this big hand And they put pure flour on it too.
Yeah.
And it slapped him in the face, and it knocked him back like 2-3 feet.
Guy,
and he was covered in flour.
Guy,
Yeah,
he was carrying coffee.
Yeah.
Yo, when he stood up, he was carrying nothing.
Lay's Doo-Doo Pops.
That's our new sponsor.
That's our sponsor. Somebody just put Rice Krispie cereal, so I just want to show them our glazed Doo-Doo Pops.
And
brought to you by Angel Reese
and Bench
Simmons. Honey Nut Toasted Oats.
Yeah.
Bench Simmons. Brought to you by Ben Simmons. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap up the pet peeves because we'll just fucking yell and rant for like the next fucking half
I
an
can
hour.
talk about this all day.
If we keep going on, driving and me, people on bicycles. This past week, 2 people on bicycles really pissed me off because I stopped at a stop sign, waited, and then began to make the right-hand turn. But this person just flew through the thing and then was like mad at me. But there's a stop sign there and they didn't stop. I looked.
They don't do that.
I started making my turn, assuming this person's seeing a stop sign and going to stop. I didn't turn all the way because I saw them coming. Right. And so I started to turn and then stopped, but just was waiting for them to stop. But nope, flew by and then give me the finger going by. And I'm like, yo, you just blew through a stop sign, right? I was, you know what? Like, and again, this might be bad. But I was cheering for someone to be going this way. And then to just, boom, and just, because they're going through a stop sign. Somebody had the full rights to be going.
Listen, that ever happens to me, I don't stop.
Yeah.
You're a nice guy. And you're going to hit my car.
Yeah, somebody, Tankila says, bikers really trying to go 20 feet in the air. Yeah. People on bikes, they really, really annoy me.
It's like they don't value their life.
No, and it's like they think they can just go because they're on a bike. When you're on the street, even if you're in a bike lane, you have to follow the rules of the road.
That's what I'm saying. If there's a stop sign, stop.
You know what? Remember, I brought this up years ago, episodes ago, where they need to bring it back. They need to have that police officer come to your classroom every single year from grade like 3 to 6 or something like that for me. A police officer would come into our classroom and talk about bike safety, specifically just for bike safety. And yet they teach you the turning right, turning left, whatever the fuck this means. This means stop. That means turning.
One of these is turning.
Wherever way you're pointing is the way it's going. So if you go like this, you're making a right-hand turn. If you're going like this, you're making that left-hand turn.
Yeah.
And if you put your hand down, you stop. Nobody uses that anymore. They don't teach it. They don't do anything. The cop used to come in and put it in our brain.
Knows.
And he used to be like, if you don't do these signs and you're driving on the street, you're riding on the street, you're going to die. They would literally just tell us. Somebody's going to hit you and you're going to crack your head open and die.
Yes.
They may not have said it so graphically, but they did say you were going to die. And they would come and teach you bike safety. It was a thing that every single year for like 4 years of grade school, they would come in and teach us.
Right.
And everybody knew how to navigate. And they're like, if you want to make a left turn on a street, you get off your bike, you cross at the lights, then you get back on and go. That's what I was taught by the police officer.
You know what
but now there's guys in the left turn lane, a bicycle just sitting in the left turn lane, waiting to make a left turn because cars are coming this way.
Oh,
and I'm like, what the fuck
are
you doing out there?
Sometimes what they do is they'll be going straight and then the light's red, and then they'll drive over here and then drive across and keep going because it's like, oh, it's green this way. I'm like, no, you're supposed to stop.
Yeah.
Okay? Like everybody else.
People on bicycles. Anyhow, we can bring that up again. But that's why they're forever on the boom boom list.
Oh.
People on the bicycles.
100%.
Stay tuned to the end of the show because people on bikes are going to make the boom boom list. And Tops and Upper Deck and all them, they're going to make it.
Oh, yes.
And guys who drive pickup trucks and flash you with high beams and whatever.
Yeah.
Boom boom list this week. Anyhow, we should move on. What was it that we...
Yo, I have a question for you. It's actually your question.
Okay, go. Hit me with the question.
Dave, would you rather look like Paul Bearer or sound like Paul Bearer for the rest of your life? I know what I want.
But see, the thing...
For the rest of your life.
But the
rest of your life.
The thing about this question is, I already look like the brown Paul Bearer.
Well, then, there you go. You got half of it done.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not... Like, so I guess I could say I'd want to look like him because I'm already, like, mostly there.
No, I want to sound
like him. You want to sound like him?
All the time.
Like,
when I come into a room...
already, like...
When I come into the room,
Danny, what's up, Danny?
Ooh, yeah.
Yo, Hold on, we have a request. We have a request from one of our TikTok people, real quick. Danny used to be up in it. She's like, "Yo, I want a dad joke, real quick." Do you have one on hand?
Do I have a dad joke
on
hand? Do I have
Danny,
a dad?
we're gonna hit you up with one dad joke just for you.
Okay, because
I'm gonna talk about the Paul Bearer thing while he looks it up. In all real honesty, I'd rather sound like him than look like him too. He he put on that look. Obviously, he painted his face up white. He didn't look like that walking around. You know what I mean? Like he looked like a kind of regular, just chub guy.
Yeah.
So that basically describes me. You know, a regular chub guy, but I'm just dark skinned. You know, so I don't think it's a far thing. But imagine thing. Yo, so Danny, this one's for you. Yo, our boy A Cruz is here. A Cruz in the house. What up, A Cruz? We're hitting one dad joke just for Danny because she requested it. This is a request for Danny.
Okay,
hit us with it, Jay.
What do you call a magician who loses his magic?
What do you call a magician that loses his magic? I don't know. What?
Ian.
Oh my God.
I-A-N.
Yeah. Oh. I-A-N is Ian.
That's what I said. I said Ian.
He said in.
I said Ian.
Ian. Yeah. Okay. Danny has one for you. What do you call a deaf gynecologist? We gotta wait a second for the answer, so you got a second to think.
I don't know, man. A deaf gynecologist. I don't know. Because Braille?
A lip reader.
Danny!
Yeah!
That was a good one.
Yeah, yo, that one's good. I like it. Yo,
I'm stealing that one.
Yeah. Put it in the
Put it on the
list. Danny, your joke just made the list.
Yo, that was a good one.
That's a good one. A lip reader. I like it. Thanks, Danny. That was great. Yo, you got our boy A Cruz. Danny, meet A Cruz. A Cruz is our boy. He's been on every time we come on lately. And yes, A Cruz, it's not Thursday. We had a bit of a hiccup last week.
Yeah, but like show must go on.
School concert and all that.
Who's gonna carry the boat?
Who's gonna carry the boat? But anyhow, we rescheduled for this Tuesday.
Show must go on.
And we're here, bro. We gotta do it. We might actually try and hit another live if we can later this week, A Cruz, because our boy Akim,
the sleeper,
DJ Q, who's been on the show. He was our first guest ever. Was he our first or second?
I think
was Courtney the first? No, DJ Q was the first.
Q was first.
So he's coming back to Canada. For his 50th birthday. So if we are able,
we're gonna get him on.
We're gonna try and film. Yeah. And if we're not able to film, at minimum, we're gonna go live for a little bit.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk to him, guy.
Listen, we gotta get a little update of how he's doing, the doubles, man, everything.
Yeah, he's gonna come on. Might not be a full show, but he's gonna be on.
But if we get to sit him down for like a 5-10 minute live, even we can just take it and post it. Like
that's what I said.
Even if we don't get him to actually sit here.
Yeah.
But we are. Just so you know, he is staying here like 3-4 nights.
Oh, so then we are going to have a show.
So he's going to be here.
Yeah.
So
you're going to see him.
We're going to try and figure this out. DJ Q, look forward to having you on again, buddy.
Pointing.
I'm very happy.
Pointing.
That you're coming on. He loves to yell out.
Pointing.
To the bush!
I know.
Never?
I think that's his.
No, that's my line, but he made it famous.
I know.
Let's say my line.
You didn't let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
I think he stole that.
Yeah.
And then he's running with it.
Yeah.
He stole it and he's gone. He's like, yo,
it's mine. I buy in that. I teeth in that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Danny. She put have a good day. I think she got her laugh. I'm glad. See, we bring our people a laugh, man. We gave her a good laugh. She gave us a good laugh, and she bounced.
She gave me a good joke.
And she threw in a couple likes. Thank you, Danny.
I like that.
I want to move on to the playoffs now. I want to touch on a little bit of the playoffs since we got our boy Cruz here.
What up?
I don't start with basketball. Last night the game was on, and I watched the whole game. As of this filming, OKC is up 3-2 in the series, and for a couple games, Indiana looked really good. I was like, oh shit! I don't know if OKC can beat them if they play like that.
Yeah,
but then OKC has ringed off a couple wins where it looked pretty good. Indiana made a run last night. Like I was watching the game, they made a solid run. they went from like a 18-point lead and they got it all the way down to like 2 points.
Right.
You know, Indiana plays really well from behind.
They
a lot of their wins are comeback wins.
Listen, for them, I fear 5 to 10 points.
Yeah.
I fear for the other team.
Yeah, they're probably gonna try. They're probably gonna pull that out. They don't deviate from their game at all. And then it doesn't matter. Eventually they're gonna make a run, and they're gonna make a big run. They usually make like a fucking 15-0 run at some point in the game. They always get it.
Yeah.
So even if they're down by like 15, 18, whatever, if they're down less than that, they might take the lead.
Yeah.
You know? But anyhow, they went under a run yesterday, and it's like OKC kind of adjusted. They had this lull, and then all of a sudden, Williams went off.
Yo.
He was just like, no.
Yes.
He basically did the...
no. Yes.
Yeah. He basically did the Gandalf. You shall not pass. And he just took over the game.
40 points?
Yo, my boy played good last night. You know what I mean?
40 points? Yo.
Yeah, man. He single-handedly shut down that run.
Yes.
And went on a run of his own.
Yeah.
He scored all the points.
Yeah.
And put them back up by like 12.
Yeah.
And then from there on, the defense took over. Every time they came down, they got a steal, they got blocks. You know?
They're playing the way that they should be playing.
They played the way that got them to the finals.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they played the way that got them the number 1 team overall. Sorry, I don't mean to ignore you, A. Cruz. I don't know if A. Cruz is hitting anything here. No, not right now. Thank you for the likes. You guys tap that screen. Whoever's liking it right now, keep us in the rotation. Thank you guys for the likes. I don't know. I don't know if Indiana can beat OKC.
Well, Halliburton's hurt.
Oh, he hurt his calf yesterday. Yeah.
He already had like something wrong with his leg already. So this is another something.
Another something. Yeah.
Right?
If Halliburton's not there, it's done. Because Siakam is amazing, and Siakam has been having an amazing playoffs.
I can't even hate on the guy. He's having an all-star playoffs right now.
Yeah.
If they win, he's getting MVP.
He should if they win.
He's gonna get it. If they win. But the problem is he needs Halliburton
to be playing good too. Because all the games that Siakam has played amazing, Halliburton has played amazing too. And when that's happening, that opens up Siakam's game so much, and he can think. But if they start keying on Siakam because they're like, yo, Halliburton's hurt, we don't have to over double team him and all that stuff.
Right.
And they start keying more on Siakam, I think Siakam will still get his because he's good, but then there isn't supplemental scoring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they kind of shut it down.
He scores well when he's not the focal point of the defense. Mm-hmm. The defense aren't queuing in on him.
Yeah.
The defense has been trying to stop Halliburton because he's been on fire.
Yeah.
And I think they have done a good job of neutralizing him.
Yeah.
Pascal is going nuts.
Yeah.
He's scoring like
30 points
a game.
Yeah. And getting like 10, 12 rebounds.
And he's the whole reason why they're so close all the time.
Yeah.
But
to be honest, Siakam's been playing his ass off. Siakam has been showing why he's like worth the money. And and now they're talking him up so much down in the States, which is funny because when he was here, he was doing his thing.
Same thing.
And
nobody's talking.
They refused to talk about him because he played for the Raptors. Which was funny. So now he's getting all the talk like, oh, Hall of Fame and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. We knew that already.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
We seen him in action.
Anyhow, it is what it is. Let's see. Yo, our boy Lindo's here. Yeah.
Yo, what up?
Yo, Hallie's hurt. We just finished talking about that.
But
somebody wrote, sorry, I got to put my hand up to see what you're writing here. Indiana, they're going to win over Indiana the next game. You think Indiana's going to win the next game?
You think it's going to Game 7?
I don't know what that... Mike, I'm not sure what that says, but... Pascal, Nembhard, TJ, Naismith. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't think... without Hallie playing at that level, I don't think Indiana has enough.
Yeah, they need more pieces.
They need Halliburton to play good. He doesn't have to fucking score 40 or 50.
No, but
he has to control the game and
facilitate
get the double teams
else.
And like they have to double team him and stuff. He has to try to mess up that defense because that defense is outstanding. They swarm, man. Like they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And then they have the tall guys down low just getting easy blocks. Chet was getting blocks without jumping.
Yeah, but he's also what
7'1" or 7.
Yeah, come on.
Like that.
He's a big guy.
But I mean, that clogs up. There's a whole bunch of things that happen. This series is such a great series
because this is two best teams, guys. Literally,
I wish
the
Halliburton,
best offense, the best defense.
I wish Halliburton didn't get hurt
No,
because I would just love to watch them duke it out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think,
I know what you're saying.
I think if Halliburton can't play 100%,
they're done.
I don't think they have a chance. The other guys are okay, and they can put up points, but they need him to. Pascal needs him to play off of. You know, Pascal will get his numbers regardless, but without Halliburton getting his numbers too, it's sort of meaningless.
Because Halliburton sets it up.
Yeah.
He sets up the plays. He draws a double team, but he also like backdoor passing,
facilitates.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So without him dishing the ball out effectively, it's hard when Pascal's the only one doing anything.
Yeah, Mike was saying that Indiana plays amazing on their home court, which is true. You know, OKC's already shown that they could win one down there. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I mean, I always said it's going Game 7. That's what I said.
To be honest, I would love nothing better
than a Game 7.
That'd
be awesome.
I don't have a full-on vested interest on any of these teams to win because I got rookie cards on both sides.
Hey, man!
Anybody who wins
is
getting me a rookie card, and more than likely, one of the rookie cards I got is going to be the MVP. Like, because if OKC wins, you know Shea's getting that MVP.
I got that.
You know, and I got that. If the other team wins, I have the Siakam rookie, and I have the Halliburton rookie.
Same here.
So either one of those who get the MVP make it. So I don't have a vested interest. I just want good basketball, man.
Yes.
Last night was a good game because Indiana made that run.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Kind of came back, and then OKC pulled away at the end. They were up a lot at the beginning. I was thinking, oh man, I hope it's not a stinker. You know, I'm staying up to watch it. Like, I was dead tired. But I'm like, yo, when it comes to sports and playoffs, fuck that, I'm staying up. And I stayed up to try to watch it, but it wasn't a laugher because Indiana made that comeback, but OKC took control, and then there was no doubt that they were going to win after that. You know? Yeah, Pascal is not a number one. He needs Hallie. That's exactly what we've been saying.
Yeah, he needs
our boy Andre. Yeah. You guys shout out Andre Lindo. Anybody on here who likes sports, anybody especially who likes the NBA. You guys should follow Andre right here. Mr. Lindo Cafe is on there. You guys make sure to follow him. Let's get him up some viewers so that he can go live. Anyhow, let's switch gears now.
Wait. Before we switch,
yeah,
I heard that Kyle Lowry is coming back to Toronto.
Yeah, Lindo? Is that a rumor? Because I know he wants to retire.
I've been hearing some stuff that he's.
I read something about him coming back, but then I also read something like that's fake. He is coming back whenever he decides to retire. Because if he's coming back to Toronto, he's not coming to play.
Right.
He's coming to basically retire.
Well, like Vince did.
A Raptor, yeah. I'm not 100% sure if that was real or not, and I didn't read into it. I don't know. To me, it's great because he's one of the greatest Raptors of all time.
You know what's crazy? AI. Okay? I don't know what story is real
or what's
fake because they're faking real stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, that's real.
Well, that's why I wait for it to come from guys like Sham.
Gotcha.
And there was, what's his name, Woj? But I don't know if he drops his bombs the way he used to. Just call them Woj bombs.
Yeah.
Wojnarowski. Anything that's happening, any big trade, anything, those guys are the ones, that, when they announce it, then I know something is happening.
Okay.
Just like in hockey, it's like Elliot Friedman.
Yes.
And there's certain guys in hockey that will break a story. And I'm like, okay, because they're getting it from sources that are putting it out. And then they're putting it out.
Right.
They're not just saying rumors or not just trying to get clicks.
It's hard now, guy.
Yeah.
With AI, anybody can make a story,
know who's doing whatever, yeah. It's true. But listen, no matter what, we know Lowry's coming back.
Oh, he's going to retire here.
He may even come back and because Lowry's still got a little bit in him. He could play backup. He could be the 15th man on your bench.
Guy.
He could be almost like a player coach.
Put him on the bench.
Look how long what's his name played down in Miami. What's his name? He likes to fight. This guy. He played down there for years. What's his name, man? He's a tough guy. So he basically played player coach he stayed on Miami for years, taking like the minimum.
Yeah.
And he was tough as shit. You know, like I just know he's known for like.
Oh, I think I know
you know what I'm talking about. Yo, Lindo, if you're still on here, what's the guy's name from Miami that basically player coached it over the last like 5 years or so? Fucking Flim. We haven't called anybody Flim in a long time, but it's this guy.
This guy.
And you'll see him.
Well, what about that Raptor?
Which one?
What was his
Jamal
name?
Magloire?
No.
Oh.
Yogi.
No, he was a pylon, not a player coach.
But he got paid a lot, guy.
He could have had a box.
But he got paid a lot, guy.
Oh yeah, he got it was like $9 million a year or something.
Yeah,
he was getting a solid $9 million
to sit on the bench
to play pylon.
But I heard he was really good in the locker room. That's what I heard.
Oh yeah,
he was good with the players.
Team, yeah.
So as much as we make fun of him, he served a purpose.
Well, you need a tall man to stand up like this at the rim when you're doing your layup drills, right?
That's funny, yeah.
You can lay up over a pylon, but can you lay up over a 7-footer that puts his arms up?
Yes.
You got to pay that guy $9 million a year.
No.
Yeah.
9. Yo.
You deserve it.
No. You know they sell cutouts, right?
They do.
I've seen it. And you can lift them up.
But you know how much those cutouts cost?
$9 million. Yeah. $9 million. Okay.
Exactly.
You got me.
Yeah. $28 million over 4 years.
Okay. Sorry. They're expensive.
I got you. Oh, fuck. It's like the cutouts you put in net. You put a net in your driveway.
Yeah.
And you get the cutout goalie.
Yes.
And you can put the corners in there in the 5-hole.
That's the same thing.
$9 million.
This guy. Who is this guy?
That's what it costs.
$9 million for cutouts.
I'm just saying, bro.
You know? You can get some cardboard and do your own cutout like that. And then glue on like someone's face, you know?
Like that?
Yeah.
Like this guy right here? Put him in net?
Like this handsome...
Let's put this handsome devil in the net.
Look at that guy.
and then just fucking rifle pucks off of this guy's face, buddy. Those plastic pucks that I use in the driveway or the plastic orange balls that I got.
Oh,
just slam fucking...
Yeah.
Pucks to the face, buddy. Pucks to the face.
That's right.
Pucks in deep, boys. Let's get pucks in deep. Since we're talking about pucks, it's the perfect segue to switch over to the hockey playoffs, bro. Look at that. That's how you segue.
Segue.
What do you think's gonna happen, bro? As of the filming, the Florida Panthers are up 3-2 in the series.
But you know
right now.
this is what happened last year. Do you know this is what happened last year?
Yeah. Well, they were up 3-0.
They went
nothing. Weren't they 3-0 or 3-1 or something?
I don't know, but it went to Game 7.
It did go to Game 7.
And this is what happened.
And they lost in overtime.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that the Oilers don't have it.
Yeah.
But Florida is just too much.
Yeah.
When you watch the game, I was watching the game. Oilers are on a power play, and these guys are having like 2-on-1s. I'm like, yo, how are you getting a rush? How are you getting a breakaway on a power play?
Yeah.
Why is a man inside your zone harassing you?
Yeah.
Pass it. There's 4 guys up there, and there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
And this one guy harasses you and gets the puck every time. And it's like, Florida's too much.
You know what?
It's too much.
In all honesty.
And then now they
Florida played the
Brad Marchand. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
You got 2 dickheads.
The addition of Brad Marchand on that team was the most brilliant move.
Brilliant.
They could have ever done.
Because you cloned, what's his name?
Sam Bennett.
No. The
Darcy Tucker?
No, the captain. Or, yes, the captain there.
The captain is Barkov.
Okay, what's his name? The brother.
Bennett. Kachuk. Yeah.
He's the same as Kachuk.
Yeah.
They're the same player.
Except Kachuk is like much bigger and thing. But I get it. I get the type of play. I get it.
They're the type of player.
I'm doing what my daughter does to me. I'm getting all technical on you and correcting you.
The only difference is Kachuk will punch your face in. Brad Marchand will just turtle.
But no, Brad Marchand fights too, bro.
But he doesn't fight as much as Kachuk.
Yeah, not like Kachuk.
It's like
Kachuk is a menacing fight.
Yes.
You know, Brad Marchand will punch your face in because he is like that little Darcy Tucker-ish.
I know, but I feel with Kachuk,
Marchand just likes to start the fights.
You're gonna
he
lose.
Gets you vexed. Yeah,
you're gonna lose.
What Marchand likes to do is get you vexed and skate away.
That's what I'm saying.
And now you're all fucking losing your mind.
But now,
listen,
Brad goes in there, starts a fight, and Kachuk comes and he punches your face in. And then after he's done, he goes and scores a goal.
Yeah, Marchand was the absolute most brilliant signing.
Yes,
like going back to hockey.
Yes,
he was the most brilliant trade they made was for Brad Marchand. This guy, if they win, I believe he's the MVP of the finals.
Sure.
Look how much goals he scored.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely, some of the goals are beautiful.
Do you see the goals he scored?
Yeah, man. When he went around the guy and he put the puck this way, got his stick over and got it and fucking 5-holed it on the goalie.
The breakaway one?
Well, it wasn't really a breakaway because
Yes, it was.
he had to beat the guy to get it, right? Like,
It's still a breakaway. He was by himself. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
How do you let this guy in by himself? How do you let this guy in by himself?
Yeah.
How do you do that? That's like, how do you do that?
Yo.
How do you, I don't understand.
This playoffs has been. Remember, I was telling you, I was telling you a long time ago. We can check the film. I really thought the Florida Panthers were going to win the Stanley Cup. And,
Yes, you said that.
And oh my goodness, and I didn't want them to win, but they are playing like I've never seen more ice dominance.
Yeah,
Than what they're doing.
And they're doing it to the Oilers.
And the Oilers
can play.
Yeah, like when sometimes McDavid decides to take over a game,
but
he does, but they're not letting him. McDavid hasn't been having the best playoffs or the best finals anyway.
So I was watching.
He had a couple really nice goal setups. But,
yeah, I was watching practice, and they're like, "Oh, look, the Oilers. They're loose. They're in the mood. Where's McDavid? Business."
Yeah.
I feel they're going to win this game because he's going to go off.
He's going to go off.
But like I said, there's not enough for him.
Do you guys remember
enough for him?
Do you guys remember last year they were down? Was it when they were down 3-0 or whatever? I can't remember. But there's a scene, not a scene. There's a video of in the Oilers locker room, and everybody's in there. And I think it was when they were down 3-0. McDavid is like, "What the fuck? What is going on? We are not fucking good enough. You guys get your fucking shit together. Let's go." McDavid needs to do that again.
I think he has.
The last couple games, like the last game especially, Florida just looked like they were it looked like they were playing like a fucking beer league team. The defense that played so good against Rantanen and them in Dallas.
I don't know.
They're like non-existent now, and now they're shaky with the goalies. Like they're playing. It's not. I don't think the goalies are overly shaky. I just think Florida's that good, and
I told you before.
Now they don't know who to put in.
I didn't think Skinner was that good.
Yeah,
and he's been playing well, but the two goalies are like they're not going to win.
They're just regular goalies.
They're just regular guys.
Yeah, they're not.
You gotta stop the shots for them because if you don't. Florida's going to score.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is where Draisaitl, McDavid,
they're really
Nugent
missing.
Hopkins. Yeah, the guys got to step it up.
I'm telling you, they're really missing Heineman, man. Heineman, the guy who did all the dirty work.
They need him in the corners.
Yeah,
not there.
They're really missing him, man. Like it's the first couple games when they won and everything. It was going all right, and they looked like okay, they can get by without him. There was Nurse, I think it was, who stepped up his hits, and there was the other defenseman stepped up, and they were like hitting guys, and it was like good. But then I feel like where they lost it was one game got out of control, like 8-1 or something, whatever the fuck it was, 6-1, and that game they let Florida get to them, and they were trying to fight people, they were doing dirty shit, and I was like, yo, Oilers, stop. That's not your game. Sometimes you get blown out.
Yeah.
But don't try to out Panthers the Panthers. Because now they're in your head. And now they're all just like, guy, we're trolls. And when somebody feeds into your trolling, what do you do in your mind?
Oh, you're like, I got you.
I got you, motherfucker. And then you up your trolling. And then you just
you don't even up it. More. You don't up it. You just keep going.
You just keep going.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You're doing it for me because I feel when you get in someone's head,
yeah,
you don't even have to troll.
It's over.
It's over because let's say I'm trolling you and I got in your head.
Yeah.
Then I don't even say nothing. I just look at you and smile.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, and you start going. I'm like,
yeah,
that's it.
Got you, motherfucker.
I don't got to do anything. And that's what Florida is. They're like, we got in your head. That game,
we're
just smiling.
6-1 or 8-1 or whatever the fuck it was. They tried to fight like 3-4 times. Sam Bennett even turtled one fight. The guy trying to pick a fight with Sam Bennett and he just turtled down. Oh, he's like, I'm not going to fight you. And he's the biggest rat on the team. Him and, like Marchand. And now they have a thing. Every time they win and people throw rats on the ice, they line up at the boards and they put Marchand against the wall and they shoot all the rats at him.
That's awesome.
And he's against the wall and like a rat will hit him. A rat will hit him like this. And he's like... and he's making all this motion like it really hurts, and then they stop and they laugh, and then they skate into the dressing room. and they just won. You know what I mean? Like
they're assholes.
Yeah,
That's what they are. But I like it. I can't even lie. I can't even lie.
I'm starting
as much as I hate Florida,
yeah, I like them too.
I love what they're doing.
That's why I
they
picked
get into your head. It's just I don't know, guy.
But you know why? Because we're both assholes too.
Yes.
Assholes appreciate assholes.
I appreciate a good
rats appreciate rats.
Yeah.
I don't like the Bennett fucking elbowed our goalie in the head in the playoffs. I like that really pisses me off.
But
I would love Bennett to be on my team next year.
Oh yes.
Because both Brent and Marchand are free agents.
Come to Toronto.
The Leafs are I hear the Leafs are like, yo, we want them. You know?
Well, yeah, because
like,
that's good.
They could
that's
probably
the culture we need.
Yeah, they could probably only get one or the other.
Because we have the culture where don't mess with us, but we don't have the guys that will back it up.
Nope.
No. Well, I mean,
no, we don't have that. Don't mess with us culture. We have guys who lose and they're just like, meh. It doesn't matter. I'm still good.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still getting money, and that's not like we don't have any heart on the team, and those guys bring. Well, they bring heart in a certain way. You know what I mean? They bring this heart where they're just like, yo, they're not gonna lose because that defeats the trolling. You can't troll when you're constantly losing.
Right.
It's hard to do that.
Well,
but when you're winning and you're trolling, like you said, all of a sudden you're just like,
you don't have to do anything.
Right.
It's just like
so.
That's like Brad. That's what Brad's doing. Like you know what it is? Like this series, he's less of an asshole and he's more of a goal scorer, and that's what's killing the Oilers. Is that usually, and I think for him, he's loving playing on a team where it's like, yo, I'm like third in line.
Yeah.
I'm not even the first dickhead on here.
Yeah.
It's like I gotta wait my turn, and then he's like, okay, well if I gotta wait my turn, might as well play hockey.
Yeah.
And he's going out there scoring.
He's scoring goals. Brad Marchand is the guy. I almost want Marchand more than I want Bennett. Because I think Marchand, like to the Leafs, I mean, next year. Because I think Marchand is like, as much as he's a dickhead and a rat, and not dickhead, just as much as he's an agitator.
Yes.
And a rat.
Yes.
He is the perfect person to play in Toronto because he'll come in front of the media and not care. And not like
I know
he can change the culture just by being him in the thing. He doesn't have to go in and be like, "Come on, Austin Matthews, you have to do that." It doesn't have to do that. He'll just go in, and Austin Matthews will be the captain, but everybody wants to talk to Marchand.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because Marchand will speak. He's really well spoken.
Yes.
For the rat that he is. That's what makes him even a better rat.
Because he's intelligent.
You know what I mean?
Like,
really well, and he has the demeanor to handle the Toronto media.
Yeah, because I feel you need thick skin in Toronto.
I've heard people say
we go hard.
I've heard people say he'll never come here. We said on the last show he'll never come here because he likes to torch the thing. But I feel this is my view of it. He's such a rat, and he's such a not a rat.
Such a troll.
He's such a troll that it would be perfect for him to come here and just smile to the media's face and then win a cup. And he came to the Leafs and won a cup for you.
Yes.
The team that I torched the whole thing. I show up here and win a cup, and then smile at all you guys and be like,
yes,
you guys. I was the one who controlled everything all these years.
I'm the catalyst.
I controlled it when I was in Boston, and I fucked you guys for all those years.
Yep.
I went to Florida and fucked you guys.
Yep.
And probably we're gonna win a cup soon.
Yep.
I came to the Leafs and won you a cup.
I mean,
and then he just has to, troll them and smile and bounce. Then he can fucking retire.
Oh yeah.
And be like,
okay,
deuces, motherfuckers.
Any player that comes to Toronto and brings a Stanley Cup is instantly going to be the fucking best Leaf player ever. Yeah. It doesn't matter how shitty a player they are.
And it doesn't matter if he torched the Leafs for 15 years already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to love you regardless.
But listen.
So bring it on.
I see people are saying that he won't come here because he likes to torch them. I think he'll come here because it's the ultimate Leaf troll job for him to come here and win.
Yes.
Imagine that troll. Imagine, that's like different levels of troll.
Oh yeah. That's trolling on a new level, guys.
Yeah. Imagine coming here and he's like coming here and saying "fuck you" to the Leafs while winning for the Leafs. Yeah. Imagine that. Tell me that's my theory, and I've held this theory for like the last like.
He's telling the fans off. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Every time he touches the puck, he's flipping to the bird.
Yeah.
But he's gonna score and bring you a title.
And when he does, and when he leaves, the culture will be changed because he is who he is. He will come here and not change one single bit. Yep. He will not be something to Austin Matthews because he's the captain and all that stuff. Like, very clearly, if Marchand comes here, he will be the leader.
Yes.
I don't care if Austin Matthews has the C.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And imagine that. Imagine coming to a team and not being the captain, but taking over. Imagine leading them. I'm saying they're going to win. They might not win, but imagine
that's number one troll.
But imagine
that's
him
number one troll.
Imagine him coming here and winning, and the whole time being like,
and just smiling.
Yeah.
And knowing that you're going to go down in history as the greatest Leaf ever because we haven't won a title in 60 how much years.
And you show up and we win.
Oh, God.
Imagine the troll job that is, and then you retire and you bounce and you'd be like, I torched you for years, and guess what? All you ever needed was me. You had Marner and this that and that. And,
you had all these guys. And whooped you.
Yeah. So like
you did me. Hey, like the Fonz.
Tell me that isn't a great theory. That I came up with that shit like a week ago.
That'd be awesome.
And like I would love it just for the championship or thing. But if that happens,
if he comes here,
if Marchand signs here, I'm buying a Marchand shirt, a jersey.
Traitor.
No, I like fuck that.
No, I'm joking.
I like the guy that much, and I know
Sam Bennett too.
I know what he's about. No, I want the Marchand. You know, I can't wear like Austin Matthews and Mitch Martin. I can't wear those guys' shirts. Those guys don't represent what thing. That's why I have the Leaf jersey.
Funny. I need a McDavid.
Yes, I need a McDavid jersey.
Yeah, I need a McDavid.
You know a guy? You know he knows a guy. All right, I'm gonna get myself a McDavid jersey. Actually. Yeah.
And
I don't. Yes. You don't have to say it. You know a guy.
I know a guy, and he's number 97, and that's the 97 is the number for big things.
Yeah.
So, it's like destined for me to get a 97 because it's the number for big things.
Yeah, guy. It says it right on the side of the hat. Look at that. Bam. Since 1997.
You know, I got it now.
Yeah. I need a McJesus jersey just to think. I hope they can. To wrap this all up, I hope they can come back and win tomorrow night.
It's going to be tough, but it's like, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he doesn't win. There's nobody who can't tell me he's not McJesus. I'll tell you where to go and how to get there really fast.
Yeah.
He's McJesus.
He is McJesus.
He's the face of the league. He's the league.
By far the number one player in the league.
Like, he's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what? There's a lot of guys out there who are just as talented and equally as good, but they're not him.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah.
10 times over. And you know what? If they don't win this year, I'm not even worried.
Yeah.
Because he's going to, like, for me, look at it. He lost last year, comes right back.
Yeah.
You don't think that in the next couple of years he's winning a chip?
I think so.
He's winning the chip.
I think he's going to win that chip. You know?
I give him, mark my words, 3 years. I give him 3 years.
Yo, J-Dub says, Uncle Beer's great thoughts. Thank you. I just want to bring it up because he shouted me out. So, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, he's gonna get
that. He's gonna get that chip within the next 3 years.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Guaranteed. He's too good. You know what I mean? And it's funny because he's up for his extension this year. It'll be interesting. I just want to see what he's gonna do. I can't predict what he's gonna do because he can demand the most money ever paid to a fucking hockey player, or will he? And you have to give it to him because
listen. But I'll pay him anything. What do you want?
But
here's a check.
He could do what
blank.
He could do what Sidney did. Sidney got his championship. Sidney has never been the highest played player.
Yeah, but Sidney's smart.
And he kept taking his 8.7 because he's 87, right? So even his new contract he signed for 8.7 a year. He just keeps on signing for 8.7, and he had, he's going down as probably one of the greatest players ever too.
Yeah.
And done a lot of things for Team Canada. Won what? How many chips has he won? couple, 2,
Yeah, he's won at least a couple.
or 3.
He's won
2 or 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
The Canada.
The Canada, the golden goal, like everything he does for Canada is like, he's going down as one of the greatest players ever, and he's like kind of a little bit unselfish like that. You know, he did it so that the team can continue to
But
thrive.
I think that he did it. They're gonna compensate him.
Well, like he's been very fairly compensated in everything else too.
So they signed his contract for 87, but
I know
his endorsements and all that kind of stuff. He made that up. So like he's not like
no.
Oh, I know.
But I know McDavid's not going to take 9.7. That's way too low. But he's able to sign like a fucking 16, 17 million, and I don't think he'll do it.
I think he wants his team to be better.
Because the less you sign for, the better your team will be, and they need a goalie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They need to get somebody and fucking pay a goalie.
Fire him like, yo.
Because the
pay
defense,
me $9 million,
the defense
go
is nice.
get a goalie.
Yeah, the defense is nice. There's Draisaitl and McDavid, and then when Heineman comes back and all that, you know what I mean? Your offense is nice.
Their team is good.
Where you're lacking is that just proper starting goalie.
Yeah,
you know, then put Skinner to back him up, or put Picker to back him up, or whatever.
Evander Kane.
Yeah.
You know Evander Kane was injured when he came back?
Peter said McJesus needs to step up, and Jay just said he thinks this next game
I feel like
all of McDavid.
We're going to see the
the way that guy skates.
You see how he gets the puck?
Yeah, yo.
I watched him do this play where he got the puck and he's like, and the defenseman was like, "Yo, where are you going?"
And he fell down.
And then what McDavid did was he pushed the puck. It hit the boards, so it went like this, and it bounced this way. And then McDavid did a little juke.
Yeah.
And then went this way. And then where I was watching it was a black guy. He was like, "Yo, why didn't anybody tell me that Conor McDavid playing like basketball?" He's calling him what's his name from Dallas there. He was calling him Kyrie. He's like, "Yo, why didn't anyone tell him that this guy is like Kyrie? Look at the fake." Yeah. And he was doing like basketball fakes, like, and then going this way. Yeah. And then, or like putting the puck between people's legs, like, yo, like he was crossing you over.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I never really thought of it
McDavid's on another level, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Straight up on another level compared to most people in the league.
Yeah, it's a matter of time before he gets it.
I hope so.
Matter of time.
I hope it's this year.
I mean,
I truly hope it's this year.
What do I want? This is my prediction. A Game 7. Winner takes all. And I'm at that point, I can't be mad at anybody for losing or anybody for winning. You give me a Game 7 for anybody who likes sports.
Yeah,
that's what we want.
Yeah, the best 2 words in sports is Game 7.
Cause like, yo, trust me,
bring
out your popcorn.
Winner take all. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it makes it to a Game 7.
Yeah.
But we should shut this segment down right now because we gotta eat. We got 2 hungry motherfuckers right here.
Oh yeah.
Because we're fat boys for life.
Get in my belly.
Yo, Jay cooked.
Yes, I did.
We got some pasta upstairs.
Oh yeah.
Let's go get it. Let's go get it, Jay.
Let's go get it.
Remember, you guys, check out this ad that's coming up. BigTings.com. BigTings.com. BigTings.com.
That's right.
Check it out. We are going to go put some food in our face, and we'll catch you guys in about, a minute 30-ish or so.
I might be a little bit sleepy.
I'm definitely going to be sleepy.
But
so,
whatever.
I don't know. We'll try and keep the energy up, though, somehow.
We'll see.
It used to be called carb loading. Carb was supposed to be good for the energy.
Not with these 2
For me,
guys.
it's good for, the...
You want to see me turn into a zombie.
Yeah. All right, boys. We will see you when we get back from our lunch break. And we're going
to... Everybody just left. You scared them away. This is where the magic happens. Not that kind of magic. All right, food magic. Well, this is some of the ingredients that we be working with, along with the mushrooms. Got a little bacon here, a little cheese for the sauce. We got, you know, garlic, onions, a staple, a little half and half cream. Now, of course, we put the mushrooms in there, and then we boil some pasta. But it's all about that sauce and making that sauce, mushroom sauce. So let's get started, yo. Woo! What do we got in here? About to start the process. So I like to render just a little bit of bacon. Just a little bit. That'd be 1 pound. Render down some bacon in my Dutchie. And then, you know, throw in my onions, throw in my garlic, my mushrooms. Let that, as they say, marinate together. You know what I mean? You all get together, tell each other how they feel. Because, you know, fuck your feelings. I like to eat. I don't care how you feel. It makes me feel good. Anyways, we got the bacon in there. Get this process started. Ooh, look at that. Render that bacon fat down. Now, we'll go in with our onions. Oh yeah. We're going with our onions here. Let that, you know, do its magic. And then we drop in the mushrooms. Oh yes, we got our bacon just softening up here. Garlic into the party. Look at that bad boy. Mushrooms into the party. Woo! Now we have these bad boys just marinate together. And let them cook down. That's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna make a beautiful sauce, some pasta, put a little steak over. Oh. Stay tuned. Woo-wee! Look at this. So we gotta let this cook down for a little bit. Some butter. Butter. There's a little generous amount of butter in there. I mean, okay. So So this is where, you know, so-called magic happens. Start adding your seasoning. So I'm gonna salt these bad boys up. Little paprika. Little pepper. Little garlic. We're gonna let the Dutchie do its work. We're gonna let that rest for a minute. Get all the, you know, come together with these flavors. Then I'm gonna hit it with some cheese, little cream, and sauce magic. You know what I'm saying? Sauce magic. All right, yo. I just added some half and half into this bad boy. We're gonna let this simmer down. Woo, look at that sauce. Gonna boil some pasta. Pair this up with a little bit of steak. Oh, steak. This is my mushroom sauce. So, I mean, pairs well with beef. But, you know, we're gonna let this simmer and we're gonna come back. Let the magic happen. Okay, gotta give the sauce a taste. You know, I've been hyping it up. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Moment of truth, yo. Moment of truth. Look at that. Yo. I'm a double dip. I'm a double dip. Look at that. The mushrooms are nice. It's got a little bite to it. A little creamy. You get your pasta in there, you know? And I mean, this is a neutral sauce. I could put beef or chicken or pork or whatever, you know? I'm going in again. Dave is gonna love this. And if he doesn't, he don't like food. That's great. So, like always, you gotta stay tuned to the show to find out what Dave likes. But like I said, it's frog's ass water tight. I think so. He's gonna love it. It's great. Deuces. All right. Now this is the final day of cook. We did this in 2 parts. Gonna boil my pasta. Pasta. So we're gonna let that boil, and then, you know, we're gonna work on a drink now. So we're gonna try out this recipe again, but this time, we're gonna try a little pina colada sorbet, you know? Let's see what this bad boy's up to. We got our coconut cream, we got our coconut milk, We got our limes and our 1 lemon. So let's go to work. All right, Dave, this is a moment of truth. What do you think? We got mushrooms, pasta, steak.
Yeah, the steak in there. Oh yeah.
Is approval?
Oh my god, that's delicious.
Is
bro.
meat your approval?
Mm-hmm.
We got Dave's approval, but
Yo.
like I told you guys before, is a frog's ass watertight? Yes. So we knew what his answer was gonna be.
Hold on.
Oh, you got.
Let me take one more bite just to make sure.
Yeah, I don't think you were sure the first
I
time.
wasn't sure. Look at this, bro. Look
It
at this.
wasn't. The bite wasn't big enough.
Look at that, bro. Look how nice that looks, man.
The bite wasn't big enough.
Tell me that ain't creamy and beautiful. Look at that.
Like your mama. Yes, folks. We have a winner.
Yeah.
Winner, winner, beef, mushroom, dinner. What are you doing, Dave?
Yo, I'm not letting any of this sauce go to waste, bro. I had to go grab some bread, up some bagel, because look at this. Yeah. How can I let that sauce go to waste? Look, I got a little bead of sweat coming down.
This guy.
The perfect spice. Oh my god. I'm not letting that sauce go to waste, bro. This is good, man.
This is how we do it, Captain
Stop
America.
talking to me. I'm eating.
Captain America. That's how you do it.
In the walk. This is not a shield. It's a walk. I told you.
You know. We know, Dave. We know.
I'm not paying attention to you anymore. I'm eating food.
That's what we have, folks. Eating food. Look at this guy.
Oh, this is good stuff, bro.
This is how fat guys do it. Right? This is how fat guys do it. See my sauce? It's gonna be done in a second.
Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jay, known as Yaj.
Yaj. That was a dramatic pause. That was.
I know. Come on.
What are we doing? You see Yaj. Y-A-J. Yaj.
Because we gotta go on
Social media.
That's
This is
right.
a social media promo, by the way.
for all the social media.
All our social media stuff, if you go on JAYANDDAVE22, it'll be right here, I think. I've lost it. I don't know where this thing is going. I haven't been able to speak. See, he sounds like Paul Bearer, and I look like Paul Bearer. You know, like it's the perfect thing.
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't even know the word. See, like anyhow.
If you like this,
If you like this stuff,
then go to our social media.
go to JAYANDDAVE22 on Instagram,
X,
TikTok,
and
and
Facebook
and that's it.
sometimes.
Facebook, yeah, here and there.
Your mama's house. Always. Every Friday around 9 p.m. Don't knock on that door. Do not disturb.
JAYANDDAVE22. Search it. Google it. Google it.
Google it.
You'll find us. Go it.
Go it.
Go it. so energetic all of a sudden? What's going on, bro?
Itis.
I don't know. I feel pretty good. It's funny. I don't feel overtired with that. That was good. I carb loaded. Now I have plenty of energy. You know what I did? I didn't overdo it.
I didn't overdo it.
He brought 2 portions. Let me just tell you guys this. Jay brought 2 portions. And if we had eaten the whole portion each,
we're sleeping right now.
I'd be sleeping. Instead, we kind of split it, and there's still like at least a half a portion out of the 2 left.
Still a portion.
Yeah, it made it pretty good. It still turned out to be a lot. And then we used half a bagel each to sop up all the juice. You know, because the soppings from it was real good.
I feel like Homer right now.
Yeah, it was good.
You know what I feel like? Remember the skit where he's in hell and eating donuts?
Yeah.
That's and Devil's like, yeah.
And they fully ran out, and he's like, more.
Yes, that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. More, even though I'm full.
That's some good coffee.
Oh yes.
All right.
The best kind.
Yeah. So the beginning of this, where are we going to start off this segment? What do you think we should do, Jay?
Show and tell.
Let's go to show and tell. Let's go. I'm going to start with continuing my whatever weeks of Hulks.
Oh, yes.
I got like the good old school Incredible Hulk here. Just like an old school Incredible Hulk. This is like the one where he's mindless basically, and he's just angry. And
it's like the original Hulk.
Yeah, like an original, just like angry Hulk.
Yeah. With the purple pants.
Yep, the old school purple pants, and they're ripped at the bottom and whatever.
Yeah.
I decided this was probably one of the very first ones that I got.
Okay.
Out of the Hulks, because it's the Hulk, right? Like I started off with the Hulk, and then went from there because I'm just a Hulk guy. And there you go. This is the original Incredible Hulk one that I got.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cool picture. And that's it. That's in my
Yo, it's heavy.
I know they're heavy. That continues on the like the 8 weeks of Hulk that I'm doing right now. So that's all I got to show this time.
That's nice.
The actual Incredible Hulk. Last week was Abomination, I think.
Yeah.
And the Abomination one is good. So if I ever unbox them, which I'm probably never gonna do.
Probably not.
But that's what I'll do. Face to face the Abomination with this one.
Yo, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I ever put them on a stand or anything like that. Face to face Abomination with this Hulk.
That's sick.
And leave it, and that's all I got. I got a couple cards to show, but we'll do the cards right after.
All right.
What do you got, Jay?
Star-Lord. So,
old school kind of Star-Lord.
This is like the old school from the comic book.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Before he became cool with a leather jacket and...
Yeah.
This is Chris... What's his name? Chris this guy. Is it Evans? No. Chris Evans is Captain America. His name even Chris? His name might not be Chris.
Isn't Hems something?
No, Hemsworth is Thor. It's Chris Evans is Captain America. Chris Hemsworth is Thor.
I mean, Chris is our other guy.
I don't know. Is his name Chris too? His name might not even be Chris.
No, this guy.
Whatever his name is, that's him. Star-Lord.
Yeah. And I got a Yondu.
What? Yondu.
You know,
my favorite Yondu and Star-Lord moment in the movies? When he told him something like... I think he ended up telling him he's... Oh, fuck it. Now I can't remember what... He ended up telling Yondu something like... During the show, like making fun of him, saying he was like Mary Poppins or something like that.
Right.
And then at the end, when they're killing the dad, basically the dad is like the planet. Star-Lord's dad is the planet. And Yondu comes to save him, and he's like, I may not be your dad, your father, but I'm your dad, or something like that. Like he said, and then he's flying away, and he's like, I'm Mary Poppins. He said that little line.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Yondu and Star-Lord moment, by the way.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I'm Mary Poppins. All of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies were fucking A-OK.
Yes.
5 J heads.
That's it.
For all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
But yeah.
And because James Gunn did it. That's why I have such high hopes for the DC movies now, because James Gunn has taken over. And he's going to run the DC stuff. And he says he's not necessarily going to mix everything together, not make it all connect. And he's just making good movies. You know, he wants to make good comic book movies.
Well, I feel DC has to step their game up now.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
Marvel kind of took over.
Yeah.
But DC was the original. Superman, Batman.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Cheers, guys.
Be nice for them to add some variety now to DC.
That new Superman movie, speaking of... have you seen the trailers for the new Superman movie? Looks good, guy.
He's got
the
a
new
dog.
James Gunn, the dog is in there. Like,
yeah,
I just feel like it looks like an old school comic book movie again. Like he's in like the kind of like an old school Superman outfit. It's not like all like got markings on. It's not like
I know
whatever. It just looks cloth-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just really looks like it's going back to the thing. Yo, Davin, what up, bro?
What up, yo?
Our boy Davin's in the house. Anybody else in here that we know? Not 100% sure, but yo, thank you guys for the likes. That keeps us in the rotation. And we like that, man. Thanks for keeping us in there. Yeah, the new Superman trailer looks great. There's a couple things coming out. Fantastic Four is coming soon.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Have you seen the Thunderbolts yet?
Yes. Did you see the end?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you got to see it. I think it's on Disney Plus. No, it hasn't made it on Disney Plus yet.
Or else I would have seen it.
Yeah, you got to. You know what? You got to see it because there's a part at the end. I know you don't really care about spoilers, but there's a credit scene where they're looking and they're like, what is that? Something's entering our space area, not the atmosphere per se, but like entering our zone in space. And they're looking up, and when they look up and they get this like camera view of it, it's the Fantastic Four ship because it's got the big 4 on it.
What?
And it's entering, and then they just like, I think it ends there, like the post credit scene.
Nice.
The post-credit scene's kind of long, which is cool. Like, they didn't just give you, like, 30 seconds. It's, like, 2 minutes. So there's, like, talking, and there's a couple jokes, and there's this, whatever is happening, and then, boom, that happens. And they're like, what is that? And then it just cut.
That's wicked.
So they're 100% connecting the Fantastic Four movie to the Thunderbolts. That's how the universe is now connecting and moving along from there. It's really cool. It looks real good.
I can't wait.
Let me just quickly show these cards to just wrap up show and tell. These are from the Topps cards that I've opened over the past few weeks. I have 3 of the gold cards that came out of there. Just kind of gold shimmer ones. I got a Mike Trout, a Mickey Mantle,
what?
And a Shohei Ohtani in gold.
Oh, nice.
Like with the gold shimmer to it. So let me just show you guys the gold shimmer cards. That's the Trout. There's the Mickey Mantle, which is a pretty cool card. I like this one. Just because, like, how often do you get a Mickey Mantle card nowadays? And here's a Shohei. Again, don't know if these cards are really worth a heck of a lot, but I just thought they were all really cool. So I just wanted to show the people.
Speaking of Shohei,
the cards that I got.
He started pitching last night.
Oh, yeah. After, like, almost 2 years of not pitching.
And then this guy started pitching.
Yeah.
And then he was a leadoff hitter.
The leadoff hitter, too, yeah. I think they only threw him for like an inning, like 1 inning or something, just to bring him back. He hasn't pitched in 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think they only threw him for an inning and then threw a bullpen game otherwise. I know it's pretty good. Like, to be honest, he pitched 2 innings and he played pretty well.
He did.
You know, like he used to be an amazing pitcher.
100%.
He used to be an amazing pitcher on top of
an amazing hitter.
Well,
and base stealer and catcher.
He was the MVP when he was pitching and hitting. And then he stopped pitching because he had hurt his arm and was still good enough to win the MVP again. And
it's rigged.
Yeah.
No. He's really that good.
Yeah, he's really that good.
Really
Shohei
good.
Ohtani is one of those guys, if you can get a hand on any Shohei Ohtani cards, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He's already won a World Series, and he's going down as one of the greatest baseball players to ever play.
Oh, for sure.
Already.
And he hasn't even played.
No, he's played like, 4 or 5 years maybe or something like that. Like, it's crazy. How much years did he play for the Angels? I don't know. Whatever it is. Like, let's say, yo, Cruz is back. Our boy Cruz.
What up, yo?
There was something in the notes.
You know what, Dave? Since I did it earlier, I need to do some dad jokes.
All right. Let's. You know what? Yeah, we haven't done it in a while, right?
We haven't.
We've talked so much strippiness
Yes.
that we've not done dad jokes with Jay. Yo, we're about to hit up some dad jokes, yo. If you guys like them, hit that like button. You guys like them, hit that like button.
Okay,
let's
Dave.
do it. Tap that screen.
First joke.
First joke.
What does a house wear?
What does a house wear?
Yeah, like a house.
I don't know. What does a house wear?
An address. Oh, you like that one?
Yeah, I do actually. That's good.
What do you call
I
a
should have got
small mother?
A small mother?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call a small mother?
Minimum.
What?
Minimum.
Minimum? Oh, minimum.
Minimum.
Minimum. Oh, I get it. I get it. Aha.
That's what I said. Minimum.
Aha. I get it. That's a good one, too. That's good.
You'll appreciate this next one.
All right. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Hit me with it.
My ex-wife got struck by lightning.
Oh, that wasn't the joke? Okay. That's good.
Now she's my current wife.
Oh, these are so stupid. This is so stupid. No, even AJ, A Cruz. I keep saying AJ. A Cruz, he's like, bruh.
What do you call a cow that's been knighted?
What do I call a cow that's been knighted? Sir or something? Sirloin. Sirloin! Yeah! I got it. I got that one. That's a good one. I like that one. I wonder. It's not the jokes. I think the pasta's just kicking in right now.
Yes. Woo! Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Here
I
we go.
have officially been promoted to director of Old McDonald's Farm.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I am now the CIEIO.
That's brutal. That one was brutal.
Yo.
What the hell is going on here?
I was going to cook an alligator for dinner,
Okay.
but I realized I only have a crock pot.
Oh, shit. I don't know why these make me laugh, even. I think it's the reading. I always say this. It's the way this guy reads them.
What do you call a woman
What do I call a woman?
that's good at darts?
What do I call a woman that's good at darts?
Yeah, like darts.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Amy.
Fuck you, Jay. These are painful. I guess that's what dad jokes are about.
Okay,
right?
I got two more.
Two more.
What do you call a Mexican that hates protein powder?
A Mexican that hates protein powder.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call a Mexican that hates protein powder?
No way, Jose. And my last joke.
Oh my goodness.
My last joke.
Holy.
What's the best gift?
Yo, all right. Hey, Cruz, write yours.
Okay.
Cruz got one.
What's the best gift that you can give?
What is the best gift that I can give? I don't know what.
A broken drum set. Because nobody can beat that.
Yeah, it's the way he laughs so hard at it. Look how hard he's laughing at his own joke.
Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that has been Dad Jokes with Jay.
Dad jokes with Jay. Hold on, let me check my notes real quick. Oh, the thing I wanted to talk about was I heard this story. Now, everybody can chime in. I heard this story about a girl who went on a date. I think it was a blind date with a guy.
Right.
And she showed up. and she didn't like what he was wearing,
Right.
and just cut the date off right there and bounced. And I don't know. I just want I want to hear your thoughts on it, because I can go first if you want, because I've had time to think about it. My thoughts on it, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? You have no idea if that guy is like a billionaire and just decided to show up in track pants or something. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you go on a blind date, should you really dress to the nines because you want to impress the girl, because first impressions make something? But should that girl also be impressed by what you're wearing? Like, what if it's your one and only suit, and you came and you look that good, and you're trying to make that first impression? Like, you know what? Should the girl like you for who you are, or what you wear when you show up?
I think you should wear whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Just like she didn't like what he's wearing.
Yeah.
Let's say you put on a suit.
Yeah.
Right? And you're all looking good.
Yeah.
She's all into you. And then you show up to the next date, what he was wearing.
Yeah. But like a tracksuit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then she's going to be like, I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah.
But if you do it in the first date, then you already know.
Yeah.
For me, it's like...
But, like, do you judge a book by... Like, let's say let's say the opposite around. What if you show up and the girl's in sweats? In all honesty, I'd love that. Like, I just like somebody who's just that comfortable. You know what I mean?
So drawstring is easy access.
Yeah. But, like, it's also, like, there's also a little thing, like, I don't know, it didn't mention where they were going or whatever, but, like, if you were going to, like, if you're like, yo, meet me at this, like, nice restaurant and stuff like that,
then I expect
then you gotta, I would personally put something nice on. But if I was like, yo, let's meet for a coffee. It's our first time meeting.
Yeah.
Let's go meet for a coffee and meet you at the local fucking Starbucks, and let's sit down and just have a chat.
Yeah.
So if I show up, like, just like this in a Captain America fucking shirt,
then she's gonna know that's your walk.
My walk. You know, like, my walk, and this is what it's not a thing, it's what I cook food in. See how big it is? See my walk over there? Yeah. Anyhow, but like I'm saying, like, is it fair to judge that? Because if I was gonna meet somebody at, like, just anywhere, you know, like if I was gonna meet a girl at just the coffee shop or a local Mickey D's just to grab ice cream or something,
small fry,
and it's just like we want to just talk just to get to know each other because we've never met. It's a blind date. I wouldn't give two shits about what the girl is wearing, really.
Yeah, I mean,
but if she judges me on that, and she's like, I don't like the way he dresses, is that enough to, like?
You know what? I remember growing up, and girls used to say, you can judge a man by the kind of shoes he wears.
Yeah.
Or his shoes, right?
Yeah.
And I always hated that saying because I was poor.
Yeah.
And I only had one pair of shoes.
Yeah.
So...
Me too.
You know, if you don't like my shoes...
Only until I got a little older, I was able to get my own. And...
If you don't like my shoes, then I can't change them. Because it's the only pair of shoes I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So...
But meanwhile, are women sending away good dudes?
100.
Because they're judging, like, straight off the bat. I don't like the way he dresses, and that's it. Like that's not something that can change, or that's not something that you know what I mean? Like, dressing, is that the saying?
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
So, yes, maybe what he was wearing was maybe inappropriate for where they're going or where they want to go.
It didn't even say it was inappropriate. It just said she didn't like it.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you got to be yourself.
Yeah. I'm 100% for that. You got to be
like
yourself.
I think if you go into a relationship and you start faking from the very beginning, that relationship is doomed.
Yeah,
so I think that guy did a good move. Wear what you want. She didn't like it.
Somebody, Barriette, I can't see the name, but Betty says you can't make any judgments on a soft serve or a fry run. Anyone who does isn't a keeper. That's basically, you know, where I'm at with that one too, because I wouldn't judge the girl by what she's wearing. You know what I mean? I'd like to, and like, this is like older guy talk now. Yes, do I like a girl big boobs, big bum, and all? Yeah. Like physical is a thing, right? But I'm at the age now too where if you're trying to meet somebody and do something and trying to make a connection and stuff like that, that stuff matters a little bit less than the person that you are. You know, I also have a daughter.
Yeah.
And I need to know that the person is a good person to be around her. And this, and you know what I mean? There's a lot of different things. I just want to sit and have a chat.
Yeah.
And I might purposely dress just like this to go. Because if you're going to run away because I dress like this, then like Betty said over here, you know what? Beat it. I want
Just beat it. Yeah. Beat it.
I don't like that because there's a... Yeah, then I'll go home and beat it after too. But
this guy.
But
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Jergens.
Sponsors. New sponsors.
Not a sponsor.
No?
Not a sponsor.
Johnson & Johnson.
Definitely not a sponsor. They're out of business.
Yeah. But there's a... Oh, fuck. There's a point I was going to bring up about the judge. Like, I don't know.
You know what?
It was something. I think it was something to do with like girls wanting good guys, but they don't give anybody a chance unless it has to do with like money right off the bat.
You know what? I find a lot of people, and it's not just women, men too. You have this list of 10 things that you want, but that list isn't realistic.
Yeah.
You know, and no person has all these 10 things except for you.
Yeah.
You know, go figure.
Yeah.
You're not going to find somebody else who shares those same 10 characteristics that you have.
Yeah.
So when you set your standards really high, it's hard to find anybody.
Right.
You have to give people a chance.
Yeah. And you have to, I'd say from experience and stuff like that, a good relationship is a balance of stuff. You don't always have to like the same things and do the same things. But if you love the person that they are, the actual person, like the father they're going to be, or the mother they're going to be, or the values that they do have deep down and whatever like that. Right. Sometimes you make, like, not sometimes, you're supposed to make the exceptions for things like, okay, he likes toys and superheroes, but I don't at all. So, but that's his thing. You know, I like the girl could be like, I like flowers and gardens, and he doesn't like that. But you
Love Island and...
Yeah, but you support the person in what they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
You go, like, they want to go to a place to buy flowers and spend like 2 hours walking around and stuff. You go because you want to be with the person.
Yes.
And you do stuff and you get stuff and you're picking up plants and you give the best advice you can give. You might be like, fuck, it's 2 hours that I've been here. Like, you know what I mean? But like...
you will be like, fuck, it's 2 hours I've been here.
But you do it anyway.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And those are the things that help balance stuff out. You're never going to like everything the same way. But you... do stuff for the other person because you want to be with them more than do what they're actually doing.
Agree to disagree. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Oh, like the couple agree to disagree. So
yes, like we
disagree on it, but we'll agree and we'll just go.
Yeah, we're not going to meet each other. We're not going to see each other eye to eye. So it's okay to agree to disagree.
Yeah. A Cruz just asked, do you guys remember the cartoon called Pro Stars? Yes, I do.
We talked about the last.
Yeah, I think it wasn't the last show. It was like a few show.
No, it was last show.
Oh, last show we talked about Pro Stars
because we talked about who were our idols.
Because like Bo Jackson was in it, Michael Jordan. Was Jordan in it?
So we should.
Was Hulk Hogan in that?
I should correct it because I screwed it up.
Yeah.
I thought Tyson was in it, but Tyson's not in it.
No, it was.
It's Bo Jackson. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. That's it. Pro Stars. Yes, we do remember that.
Mike Tyson had mystery something where he solved mysteries.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember that. I remember Mike Tyson having an animated thing, but I have no idea what it was about.
I'm pretty sure it was a mystery show.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Good. Those good old
But Pro Stars guy?
Pro Stars was hype, yeah.
That was my show, guy.
Yeah, do you remember, was there a wrestling one? Wasn't there a wrestling one with Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
And
Hulk Hogan had his own show, too.
Yeah, he had his own, like, animated show, right? Yes. Like, it was like, but it was a bunch of wrestlers. It was like Macho Man and...
Yes.
Whoever else. Like there's a
yes.
All I remember is Hogan.
Eat your vitamins.
And then Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, that game is.
Remember Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Yes, I do.
Fucking punching up to the guy and you get all the way to Mike Tyson.
And the thing about Mike Tyson was, he couldn't even touch you.
Yeah.
And you had to like, and he was just like.
Boom,
boom, boom, boom, and you had to time it.
Yeah.
And then when he stopped, hit him. And then whoa.
Yeah.
Like he was hard.
Yo, let's do this right now. Since you brought up that and you put it in for us, give me of all time your top 3 video games.
Whew.
Thanks, AJ. You led us to this question. This is a good question, huh?
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a good question.
Your top 3 video games of all time.
Oh, man. NBA Live, which is dead now.
Yeah.
But back in the day...
NBA Jam?
No,
NBA
Live.
Okay, NBA Live, yeah.
Because now it's 2K, right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, NBA Live ran shit.
Yeah, it was.
And then it got to a point where they started putting out the same game.
Yeah.
And people were like, yo, listen, we play this all the time.
Yeah,
this is the same game. You just changed up some names and some outfits.
Yeah.
And then 2K took over.
Yeah.
But before 2K,
yeah,
NBA Live, yo, that was the game.
So that's your number 1.
It's one of them.
Or it's in your top 3.
It's in my top 3.
So this is no particular order. You just
No, I'm just naming off games that I love.
What else you got?
I can't even lie to you, guy. I love a good Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And the old Call of Duty.
See, like...
So there was an old one. The old Call of Duties, they had zombies, right?
Yeah.
And there was this one particular game which you rode a bus around to different areas.
Yeah.
And then you'd get off and you'd go do what you had to do. And then the main thing in this was...
Cruise's NBA shooter.
You had to go into a cornfield.
Yeah.
And do some stuff. But while you're doing stuff, zombies are coming through the corn.
Yeah.
Yo,
they show up through the corn,
That game was dope.
Yeah.
That particular...
That exact one.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Where you had to get on the bus and...
All right. And so what would be your third if those are the first?
God. There's so many games, but I can't, like, if you, like, one game and you don't give me time to think, it's Mario Kart.
Mario Kart's my number 1.
You know what I mean? Like, Mario Kart is my go-to. My kids is like, let's play Mario Kart.
Yeah, we play Mario Kart to this day, too.
You know what I mean?
My daughter and I still play Mario Kart.
But I have to give an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Because, like, this one's hard, but Bond. I was a big Bond guy.
The
old Bond.
The old Bond from the Nintendo.
Yeah. Where you had the different levels.
Yeah, it wasn't called Bond, it's called 007.
There you go.
007, yeah.
The split screen.
Yeah. I remember that. See, I'm aging myself when I do give you my top 3. It was not even aging myself.
Atari.
Yeah, but, well...
Pac-Man.
No, well, not quite. But I never played...
Donkey Kong.
I never played Call of Duty and any of these things. I never had any of the newer systems.
Right.
Where you can go online and play with everybody else. My video games basically stopped when that stuff started. I never really played video games. So my number 1 game is Mario Kart.
Right.
I love Mario Kart to this day. Me and the boys used to get together, bring a few bottles of coffee, and sit down and just be sipping our coffee, talking shit, just chips everywhere, order pizza, and sit and have a 4-screen split screen.
Oh yeah, trust me,
and play Mario Kart.
Yes.
Like for fucking 6-8 hours, and just be sitting chilling, not doing anything else, man.
Yes.
You know, like those memes where like your wife is like, he's probably out cheating on me or whatever. And meanwhile, it's just like 8 guys, winner stays on, and we're just playing Mario Kart for fucking 8 hours.
Yo, I love that.
You know what I mean?
You get 3 new victims.
Yep. And then, so Mario Kart's my number 1. For me, NBA Jam. Like, it goes to the NBA Jam. We're just the 2 players. Like, I played that so much. And I loved that game. Loved it.
The problem I have with that game is they gave you too many cheat options.
Yeah.
So you could, like, dunk for the 3-point line.
Yeah. Especially when you got on fire.
When you got on fire, you didn't miss a 3.
Never. Yeah.
Even if you couldn't shoot 3s, you didn't miss a 3, guy.
Yeah, I love NBA Jam. And another game that I played so much that I loved. And I can't actually remember the name of it, but it was a racing game. And excuse me. It wasn't a video game that I had,
right?
But it was at the corner store that I had. It was like an arcade kind of game.
Gotcha.
So I would go and spend all my quarters on it. You might remember the name of it if I tell you. It's a car that drives, and you can get like oil slick, and like the car behind you, you can do it out, and then you get like things that come out from the side of your car, and you can bump cars off the road,
right?
And you get smoke screen,
yeah.
And I can't remember the name of that game, but I played it so much as a kid. Like every time I had like $5 and I didn't have much to do with it, I'd make the whole $5 into quarters, and I'd spend hours at my local corner store
playing this game.
Just there, they had 2 games, one there and one this way in the window.
Right.
And you can just go in the corner store and just stand in the window and then play these video games. They had 2 things. And I played it so much. Yeah. And I can't remember the name of that game. Zero? I'm not sure if A Cruise... It wasn't called Zero, if that's what you're saying. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. I'm going to have to look it up. Yeah. But it was a car that just drove, and the street is like going down. You know, like you're just driving straight up. And you're going like this and stuff, and cars are coming all over the place and stuff, and you had to get like... You had to like pick up stuff. You powered up and got like oil slick. So you go in front of a car and you just let out the oil slick and like and veers off the road. You know, like it's a real old school kind of arcadey game.
Right.
But I loved it. Like it's still a game to this day. If I ever get that, I'm playing for hours on end and never getting bored. Like I fucking loved it. Mario Kart,
Donkey Kong.
I didn't play a lot of Donkey Kong actually, but when the first Mario came out, my honorable mention is like the first Mario. It was kind of like Zelda in the thing. Like the first kind of Mario where you could just like live in a world. It was kind of 3D-ish.
Yeah.
That first Mario, I spent like months just sitting there and playing. Because you had to like wander around this world and sometimes you just got lost. And there was no internet to be like, hey, how do I get out of this level?
Oh my God.
You had to go and finally you're just jumping. And all of a sudden you jump and then you hit a thing. And you get like the star.
You just made me think of, do you know how many times I was playing a game where I got stuck?
Yeah.
And it's like, you get to like level 3 and then you can't beat level 3.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Like which type of game though? Like that type of living in a world game?
Yeah, like a Zelda or
like
something.
A Zelda or something,
You're going around and you're making things, you're buying things, whatnot.
Yeah. So, Cruise, the game that I'm talking about was an arcade game. I would be standing playing it in the arcade. I'm looking at the screen and the car is basically driving up. There's no real graphics, just a car on the screen.
Right.
And you're basically going side to side. And you can go up higher and stuff when you go faster.
Yeah.
And whatever. I'm just trying to explain it to Cruz to see if he could like look it up for me or whatever. But anyhow, the Mario game was like that. Like that's what I spent hours and hours and hours lost on like one level. And then you're just running around jumping. And then Mario, remember when you jump, you can hit a brick.
Yeah.
Like an invisible one.
Yeah.
So I spent and there was no way to look it up. Unless you had a friend that had the game and found it first. You would never find it. So you just have to like run around and all of a sudden you'd hit one brick and you'd get the star. And you become thing and then you can bust through a gate or something like that. But you couldn't get through the gate unless you found that star. And I spent like 2 weeks just starting over the game, playing all the way up to the level again and getting there and getting lost and then
start over again.
Jumping and doing whatever and then I finally found a fucking star. So, but to be honest, that game I spent so much time on. You know, like I played that very first Mario game where you were like in a world like Zelda or in a world like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You're just in this world. You can go anywhere and it's kind of 3D-ish.
You know what I heard they're doing for Mario Kart? They're making it like an open world game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So you can go in there and race whatever, or you can just drive around.
Or just drive around the city.
It's like GTA.
Yeah, just drive around.
They're just like make it open so you don't have to do any missions, but you can just kind of like...
Just drive around Mario Land.
Pretty much.
Or whatever it's called.
But I feel like if you're doing that, you have some invested interest in the game.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just doing that for no reason.
Yeah. So. Well, there's got to be a goal to it.
Yeah.
Like driving around the world, not doing anything. Like maybe you got to go drive to the Princess Palace and save her from...
Yeah, that's what you got to do, but...
Dozier. What's the bad guy's name? Not Dozier. But,
Bowser,
that's it. Things like that. Maybe if there's missions like that are in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's missions like that. It's like open world concept. So.
Yeah. But I think that'll be pretty cool. I mean, ultimately, the racing game, nothing will ever beat it.
But I think you still race. Just now you can be outside of the race and do little missions. And stuff, right?
That'll be fun. I'd be okay with that. Because I'm such a huge Mario Kart.
I love Mario Kart, so yes.
I'd play it just to think. I really want to get into like the Call of Duty and all that stuff now because our boy Marlon, who you guys know, friend of the show, excuse me, plays a lot still. Like I don't even know if it's Call of Duty or if it's a different one.
No, he plays a different one. I can't remember what it's called.
One time I went to his place and I was just chilling. I just went there to just like chill out for the evening because was bored with no child.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I'm coming up.
Right.
And I went up and he's like, I'm just sitting here playing video games. I'm like, yo, you continue to play. I'll just watch. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know? I'm taking a little sip of my coffee. We took a little puffity puff.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there and just like, it's fun, guy. And I was watching the game. I'm like, yo, and he's explaining as he goes.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, see, I'm meeting up my team. I'm doing this. And like, we're trying to take over this map. So little by little, and he goes, look at the messages. They're sending me messages like, yo, we're meeting in B zone.
Right.
And then we'll meet up in B zone and we'll try and overrun it. And then you got to leave guys back to hold it because people are still coming trying to take it back over even though you took it.
Oh.
So you got to leave guys back.
Capture the flag. That's what he's playing.
Yeah, but
so basically, capture the flag
wicked.
is once you take over an area.
Yeah.
Then the other team is going to come try and recapture it.
Yeah. Your goal is to get like 90% of the map or whatever. You know,
just go around.
And then there's certain areas that you're going to that you don't know yet. It's not mapped out. So it's only getting mapped out as you go because you have no idea. You know the rough terrain basically, but and like as it's getting mapped, he's showing me it's getting mapped out. And I was like, yo, this is amazing.
Yes.
You know, it's so intricate. And then you can at a certain point you can just you're like, yo, it's far to get there, and then you just like jump like you fucking kill somebody and jump in their tank. And take the tank over.
Or take the plane or the helicopter or whatever.
Like you jump in a helicopter and take it over. It's so cool, man. It's like those type of games eventually I like to get into. And you can play those forever because you can just go on, join a team.
Or you can play by yourself.
Yeah.
What I usually do is play by myself because I stink.
Yeah.
And usually my team is like, I'm bait.
Yeah.
So
hey, Jay, go see what's in there.
That's what they do. Jay, go down around the corner. We got your back.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I gotta go?
Did they ever tell you?
Because you stink.
Yeah. Did they ever tell you the time our buddy Lawrence, also a friend of the show, Lawrence was, I used to live with Lawrence. And one day in the middle of the night, I woke up. And to get a glass of water, I come out, I go to the kitchen. And I see him with the glow of the TV on him sitting on the couch. And he's like this. He's clearly holding a controller.
Right.
You know, so I was like, yo, what's up? I just said, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
And no answer. And I pour my water and I turn back around and I look at him. I'm like, yo, what's going on? No answer. He's just sitting there like this. Mm-hmm. And that time the TV used to be just a little bit tilted so I can't see what's on the TV. It's just like tilted a little bit away from thing. So I'm like, yo, is this guy out? You know, so I don't know. I just walked around the kitchen and I go to see what he's doing. And he's sitting there. He's playing Batman in the same kind of world like what we're talking about.
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, he's playing like a Batman. And he's sitting there sleeping and he's got his finger on the button. And Batman is in a corner like this, guy. Batman's in a corner like this.
Okay, so you see what
just like just in the middle of some room that he was in. He was asleep with his finger on the button, and Batman is just running in a corner. He couldn't go.
So there's times where I'm playing the video games like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And I come across that.
Yeah.
Where like I'm like, you know, you're searching and then you're just like, oh, there's a guy over there.
Some guy's just in the corner.
And then you're like, let me sneak up on him. And when we sneak up, this is what happened. He's like facing the corner and he's like,
just running.
He's like this.
So some guy fell asleep.
So me, I'm an a-hole.
Get your knife out?
Sometimes. But I'll go right up to him.
Yeah.
And then put my gun right up to his face and wait for him to wake up. Because sometimes when you do that, you know, they wake up.
Oh, it's like a jolt to the...
And then you see...
Yeah. You know, Batman...
Give you a chance.
Batman was in the corner running, and I bet you he was sleeping for like more than an hour. Batman was just in the corner, just...
That's hilarious.
Just running in the corner, guy. Just... You know, I love that story. I don't know why that made me laugh. I laughed so hard.
I've been there, guys.
And then just went back to sleep. and left him. I didn't wake him. I didn't do anything.
I've been there. I've been playing a video game, and it's like, what wakes me up is me getting shot because my controller's rumbling.
Yeah, the controller jolts. Yeah.
And I'm like looking around, and it's like, oh.
Did you ever used to go home from... We work nights at the place that we work. Did you ever used to go home and get right on and play with some of the boys who were on night shift? Going home and running some thing? Yeah.
With Marlon.
Yeah. Oh, with Marlon.
Yes, and
Chico and them. Yeah.
Oh, Chico is like, so Chico is Chico.
An asshole?
Yes. See, Marlon is like, he's all tactical, so he'll be on there like, yo, all right, we're gonna flank this guy. Chico's the opposite of that. Like,
yeah.
Chico's that guy
run in guns blazing.
No, he's not even running. Chico's that guy who sneaks around corners.
Yeah.
To where, like, let's say you're like in the game and you're watching here.
Yeah.
Okay? You're like, yo, if somebody comes in my range, I'm gonna shoot them. Chico now, he'll run all the way around the map.
Yeah.
Run, so he can come up behind you.
Yeah.
So you're like this.
Yeah.
And then, like...
Then pop.
Yes.
And you're done.
But we would talk.
Yeah.
So Chico would be the asshole, be like, yo, Jay, turn around.
Hey, Vato, turn around, yeah.
And then you're like, huh? I was like, you bastard. Good old days.
Funny shit. Yeah.
Yo, we used to come home and, like, there would be, like, a bunch of us.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking, like, Bones.
Yeah.
Marlon. We're talking Chico.
And yourself.
Then me. And then some other people. Like,
Yeah.
their boys.
Yeah.
Like, there. Sometimes a group of, like, 10 of us.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So sometimes we would play on opposite teams. But when we played on the same team.
Yeah.
Dude, it was over for the other team.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, because these guys were like, I would just follow Chico.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Chico, I'll follow you.
Yeah.
Me and I with my gun,
yeah.
and I just following Chico around. Because Chico is
I'm your backup, yo.
Not even. Because I'm getting shot first.
Yeah.
Chico's that guy. He's like, oh, someone's going to shoot me? Move away, and then meet me up. I'm running.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, Jay. And I'm like, you know.
That's funny.
But good old days, man.
Yeah, man.
We used to come home, play for like hours, guys. Sometimes I come home, it's like 12 o'clock. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to bed. We've been playing for like 4 hours.
4 hours after a night shift.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it was there's so many jokes.
Yeah.
With these guys talking, like, I couldn't come off, guys.
Yeah.
I couldn't come off.
See,
fun times, though.
That's why I never did those things, because I have an addictive personality, and if I got on, that's it. I'm playing forever.
Yo.
Nobody would ever see me.
Those times of Call of Duty,
yeah,
I remember getting hand cramps. My hand would do this.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I gotta come off. Because it would literally freeze like this. What's going on? My fingers would be like this. No, it'd be like this.
Like somebody we know. Yeah. Lowlands. Yeah.
Lowlands.
What have we done? Somebody end live now to avoid suspension? What did we say to get suspended?
Oh, come on, TikTok.
Yeah.
You gotta try harder than that.
Whatever. They could suspend us if they want.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Because we're fat boys for life. Full.
Yeah.
We're full boys right now. Oh.
Somebody said, is that Brian Shaw and the black tea? Is that you? Is it you, Brian Shaw?
I'll take it.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's Brian Shaw. Shit. Should we talk real quick? I wanted to add, like, I just wanted to ask, how did Angel Reese win Female Athlete of the Year? On the BET Awards for the third year in a row.
Okay, first of all, you left out a key part of that question.
What?
BET.
Yeah.
Who watches BET?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what?
That's 19 something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no one.
Maybe 2000.
Do they even have a channel?
I guess so.
Because they don't have any programs.
They have no more music programs at all, right?
Well, like BET channel programs. Now they probably just show like movies and TV shows.
Yeah, well, they remember for a long time they would have shows like I don't know. This might not be right, but like Moesha.
Or Meet the Parkers.
Yeah, Meet the Parkers and like that. Yeah. Like they showed like little kind of sitcom-y things that were black like sitcoms.
Well, it's like Much Music.
Yeah.
Do they play videos anymore?
No. Does Much Music still exist?
You gotta pay for it. So it's one of those things where
I don't even know if Much Music still exists.
It just shows videos.
Like MTV.
Yeah, like that kind of
went
stuff.
down. Like they don't exist at all anymore. Like,
well, they turned.
I mean, they exist, but they.
I think all these like music channels.
Yeah.
They flip to like movies and TV shows.
Yeah, it's stupid. There's no such thing as like music videos, and I mean people still make their videos, but there's no like channel that 100% has it.
No.
Like when we go to Cuba, they have music channels because all their music people like they still make their music video and they do whatever. Yeah, and then they have it up that you can just listen to their tunes and you just watch their music videos. Remember on the way to Havana? Yeah. The guy just put on the like their MTV or whatever. And we just sat and watched music videos all the way up, right?
Yeah, I don't think we have any.
That doesn't exist anymore in that same way. Because, I miss those days. Like, if we're going to talk about this real quick, I want to talk about how much I miss the old school, like, Much Music and BET, the way it was. You know what I mean? Like, you're always up on the new music. You always saw the videos. Yeah,
because they always had the stuff up there.
And they had great hosts. They had great shows. Even Electric Circus was fucking hyped to watch. You know?
And then they got rid of it.
Like, those things were good, man. Music videos. They had a Caribbean time when they'd always play reggae and soca. You know, like, once a week you get, like, Master T was the...
Master T?
Remember Master T on Much Music?
Yo, I remember... what was the other guy's name? So there's another black guy from way back in the day. And what always killed me about him is right before he would do Rap City. Yeah. But right before Rap City was the Hour of Power. Yeah. So he would be the host of this rock show. And then literally the next show, he'd throw on a Howard like hoodie. Yeah. And be doing Rap City.
Rap City. Yeah, I know. I remember that. But I don't know the guy's name.
I think his name was Michael something.
Did anybody else used to watch Much Music back in the day? Anybody old enough? I don't know if anybody on TikTok is old enough to be watching Much Music back in the day.
Remember the dance show they had? It came on Friday night.
Electric Circus.
Yeah. And then they had this nigger with like the cowboy hat, and they called him Tex.
No, was he a host?
No,
he was just the dancer. Yeah, the dancer dude. Yeah.
We had a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
He was on there every week.
Yeah.
Yo,
we made it to Electric Circus once.
Monica
Diol was we were on Electric Circus once because it was a Caravana show. And remember, me and the old school guys we were much thinner and much fitter back in them days and go to all the soca jams. And we used to actually background dance for some of the soca artists that would come here. So they had like all of us on Electric Circus one time.
Nice.
We got to go there for the Caravana show. See, and they just played pure soca the whole time.
I've been on the show once, but I've never been in the show.
Oh, you were like outside?
So I was outside. You know how sometimes they go outside? And
the camera was there all the time.
But it was all the time. But they go outside and they pick someone to go inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, did they not pick the person beside me?
Really?
I was so cheese guy. I was like, yo, here. And then it was like the person beside me. I was like,
shucks. Oh, shucks.
But, I was on TV.
It wasn't even any big thing to be on there. Like, I don't even think because even if you're on there, they would just clip to you real quick and clip off, and they would show their regulars. Because they had the people there that were like there every single week.
Tex.
Yeah, Tex and all of them, and they just kept showing them.
Yes.
And then they would clip to the DJ and look at him for like a minute or whatever. Not a minute, but like 10, 15 seconds and clip around. It'd just be clips. So somewhere on there, your boy's on there a little bit.
Do you remember the booth?
Yeah, right outside. Speaker's Corner guy. Yeah.
I was on that enough.
Did you? I did a bunch of Speaker Corner, but mine, I don't remember if any of it ever made it to TV.
I know at least
did yours make it to TV?
At least one of mine made it to TV.
Yeah. What did you talk about?
Can't remember.
Yeah, just random stuff. You ranted about something?
I don't even think I ranted.
Or you just went talking?
I just was stripping.
Yeah.
You go out there like, yo.
So you were on the blooper part of it.
I was like, yo, I'm on Blue City TV.
Yeah, just saying stuff.
Just saying. Yeah. Randomness,
Yo, AJ Cruz. I keep calling him AJ. A Cruz is like, yo, Speaker's Corner was the bomb.
Yo, trust me. We used to go downtown.
He said they had something like that in a store in Winnipeg. They had like a Speaker's
Corner. Yeah, they did. Because I remember they were trying to like spread it.
Yeah. They had one in Vancouver for sure. I know that.
Yeah.
Because when Speakers Corner started, they would go to they would clip and say Vancouver. These are from Vancouver, and they would get it.
I think because Much Music was in every major province, right?
No, it was based out of Toronto. It started, and then they expanded to Vancouver.
Yes, because
And
that's
then
where
remember
Monica went to.
Yeah, they left and they went to the Vancouver one. And back in those days, we didn't have all the channels. So when she left, she was gone.
Yeah, I know.
And we never saw her.
Never.
We're like, Monica Dio's gone. That's it.
Forever.
Yeah. Nowadays, if we had it, I just have to go to the next channel and there's Much Music Vancouver and I can watch it. Right?
I have all the Much Music.
Yeah, have all the whatevers. You know?
Trust me.
He's like, they had one in HMV. In
Yes.
Winnipeg. They had it in HMV.
Yes.
Yo, remember HMV?
Who?
Never mind that. Cruz, remember HMV, bro?
Who buys music anymore?
Yeah, HMV was the
shit.
spot.
Guy going there every day, new releases.
Yeah,
They had movies and they had music.
I'd go looking for the music and the singles and stuff like that.
And then after a while, they had collectibles.
Yes, they did.
But their collectibles...
Tower Records had more collectibles than they did.
Their collectibles were music related.
Mm-hmm.
Though. So I worked with this guy.
Murphy. Yeah, I call him Murphy. His name's Murray.
And this guy, he's telling me how he has the biggest Kiss collection.
Yeah, pure rock stuff. Yeah.
And I remember we're somewhere and it's like, you collect these dolls? He's like, they're figures.
Yeah. They're figures.
They're figures. They're not dolls. We don't play with dolls.
Remember HMV? Yo, who remembers? If anybody is from the Toronto area, Sam the Record Man.
Yo, come on now. That's iconic.
Sam the Record Man, bro.
And that sign.
Yeah, with the thing that was constantly spinning.
Okay, you know what? There's two things that I remembered back in the day.
Yeah.
Sam the Record Man.
Honest Heads.
No.
Oh.
Honest Heads was not.
Oh,
Pizza.
Oh, the Pizza.
That big sign, guy.
Yeah, the big Pizza. Yeah.
Those are the two signs that.
Yeah.
If you go on Yonge Street.
Yeah.
That you're gonna remember those.
Yeah. Yep.
And I remember vividly those two signs, guy.
Vividly. He remembers vividly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vivid. Vivid.
That's okay.
You know what?
Flim.
It's the pasta.
Sure, Jay.
Sweats right now.
It's the English.
No, I could sleep talking right now.
Right now. Yeah. Yo, so Sam the Record. Yo, let's just rhyme off a couple more iconic things from down on Yonge Street, bro. I used to always go to Big Slice. Remember Big Slice?
Big Slice, and that thing was open all
night, all day,
right?
all night. I think it closed at 6 a.m. So everybody who went to a bar,
yes,
would go to Big Slice after.
Yes.
If you didn't go to Spadina and go to get Chinese food.
True.
You go to Big Slice.
Big Slice.
Because it would be packed all the time.
How about the Foot Locker?
Yo, yes, the big Foot Locker that was right there.
Guy, I would go to that Foot Locker how many times? How about the arcade?
The arcade is where I spent a good amount of time in the arcade.
Yes.
And right around when a lot of people had curfew and stuff. Some of my friends had curfew at 8:30, whatever.
Yeah.
And my curfew was a little bit later. We would leave the area that I lived in, Moss Park, Regent Park area, and walk to Yonge Street.
Right.
Which is I don't know, it wasn't that long. It was a fucking 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
And we would go chill at the arcade because there would be girls there. They would come and chill around. You know what I mean? And then we would just go and chill and try and pick up girls. Try and be all Mac Daddy. Remember we were all trying to be the miggity Mac Daddy. You know,
remember Yonge Street was a spot though. Back in the day.
Cruz, we were just talking about that yesterday. He's like, I want a Jay and Dave shirt. Cruz, we were just talking about that.
Don't worry.
Yesterday.
It's coming.
Anyhow, I'm gonna let me hit you up in the DMs after, because
we just need your info.
Yeah, we needed your info because that was coming to you anyway.
Yes.
So we're gonna hook you up. I want to hook him up with the one with our fucking faces on it. You know what I mean?
Sure. That's
the one. Pim pow or whatever. I love that.
The Batman.
Yeah. That one is the best one.
Yeah, trust me.
So we're gonna
shirt.
Yo, Cruz
or the pointy one.
Cruz, it's coming.
Pointing.
Yeah, pointing.
Blah. You
know?
Don't worry, we got you, guy. We're gonna hook you up.
I want our faces. If somebody's gonna get our stuff, I want our faces on that shit. This guy's got to rock a shirt,
cover up
with
one of the faces.
our fucking faces on. Yeah, he'll cover your face up. It's okay.
No, yours, guys.
Why would he cover mine? The sexiest face on the thing. Anyhow,
No.
Listen,
Paul Bearer face.
listen. Play the record.
Oh,
Play the record.
yes.
Any
Yes.
any party you wanted to go to.
Oh,
anywhere,
my God.
You went there to get your tickets. Any record you wanted.
Yes.
If you were a DJ or you were a friend with a DJ
Yes.
or whatever, you go to Play the Record.
Oh my God.
And I used to get all my tickets for all my soca fests and everything that I used to go to at Play the Record. I used to go in. The guy had a big stack of tickets with a rubber band, and he'd be like, "Yo, which one do you want?" And I'm like, "Yo, Marshall Montano's coming to town. I want the Marshall Montano on June 21st." And he opened the drawer, and he'd turn around. Here you go. How many? 2. Bang. Gone.
Nice.
You know, like,
oh my God.
anytime I wanted a ticket to something, I used to go play the record.
Yo.
You remember that spot?
Yeah, I do,
Yeah,
guy.
the spot was hype,
Oh, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to think of Yonge Street. I used to hang out at the Bay a lot. The Bay was like my... Because you know how at the lights...
Yo, A. Cruz is dying that you called me Paul Bearer face. He's dying.
Oh, yes.
Yo, and somebody's like, all the hip-hop parties and raves. Like, I guess they're talking about the Play the Record.
Yeah.
It is Play D Record. Oh, you just called it Play D. But it was, I don't know. I always said the whole thing. Play the record, play the record, play the record.
Yo, trust me.
Because it's Play D Record. Play D Record, yeah.
Then there was like, so on the corner, I used to hang out sometimes in the Bay. But you know how there's the doors there, and inside the doors you could sit down and look outside?
Yeah.
And then outside there...
At the Bay, like down on Queen Street?
Like, we're Dundas.
Oh, that wasn't the Bay. Yeah, Young and Dundas. Yeah, right at Young and Dundas.
Sorry.
Yeah, Eaton Center.
And there was... I remember like yesterday, there was a guy who would sell like stuff there.
Yeah.
And then there was like a chip truck or a food truck that was there too. Beside it.
Yeah.
And he would sell like bandanas.
Yeah.
And
it was always there selling Trini flag. We used to
flags.
always be able to get our Trini flag there.
Yo.
Anytime I wasn't able to get one, I could go to him.
Yeah, trust
and
me.
I can get my Trinidad flag. Yeah.
He was a staple because people, if you said, "Yo, meet me by the vendor by Dundas," yo, that's where you're going.
Yeah.
The guy, and
right there, you know exactly.
The guy who's selling the flags and the bandanas. Bat, you would meet me there.
Yo, Cruz used to be like, I used to record Rap City every Friday night.
Oh,
me too, guy. My Rap City, I always recorded them on VHS. I would have it set to record.
Yeah.
But that dude, that vendor was he was the thing. Like everybody knew Young and Dundas is where you went.
Yeah. If you had to meet somebody,
and there was always that drummer guy that was there. It wasn't a drummer. He played like a pot and a turnover bucket.
Yes.
And all that stuff. You know that guy I'm talking about?
But he was dope though.
Yeah, he was great.
He was dope.
He was like probably a drummer that couldn't bring a drum set there, but could easily walk with 2 buckets and a ting.
Yeah.
And just put out like a Home Depot bucket.
And he'd
be like, bing, and he's just killing it there all day. Busking, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
He was fucking hype, man.
Yeah.
You remember that guy? That guy was there for years.
Yes, yeah, he was beside the vendor.
Yeah, right beside the vendor.
Guy, yes.
Yeah.
That was a spot, though. That was a spot. And then I remember, like, back in the day, Caravana now, the night before Caravana.
Oh, yeah. Thursday. Even from Thursday night.
Like, you would just go
walk on Yonge Street.
I'm going on Yonge Street.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about...
You see women, bro.
Men would drive their car and just park it.
Yeah.
Park it.
I never drove because my car was shitty. But, people with the nicest cars, but you'd see, like, Lamborghinis, and you'd see, like, all the people who drove from the States.
Pimped out.
Like, we get to see cars that we never saw here with the
hydraulics
that went up, like those Cadillacs, the hydraulics.
Oh.
Guys would be on Yonge Street just killing those things, just driving up and down. Yonge Street was the spot, bro.
Yo, sometimes, like, that was the highlight of my Caravana. Like, I would go there Thursday night, Friday night.
Yeah.
And then, you would go...
Saturday night was big, too.
it was big, but it was a hit and miss because people would go places.
Yeah.
Everybody would come there, but at different times.
Yeah.
But like the Friday night, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we're talking till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
4 or 5 in the morning. You're like, okay, it's like 5 minutes.
I'm saying I never brought a car back in. I never drove back in those days. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But I never drove.
But I remember being there and then taking Blue Line.
Yeah.
We knew people who lived in Scarborough,
Yeah.
so like we take the Blue Line back to Scarborough, guy. But yeah, man, those were the days, guy. Those were back in the day. Trust me.
Acres says, yo, since you guys in Toronto, I always see that guy post chicken knockout chicken. Is it good? I don't know what chicken knockout chicken is. Where's that?
I don't know.
I don't know that place either.
There's a lot of places, and
he yells on TikTok, Toronto, we love you. I don't know that guy. I'm not sure about that one. Yo, send me, if you find this video, send it in the DMs, and we'll check them out, and we'll see if we know what the heck is going on. There used to be always somebody on Young and Dundas too yelling about Jesus. Remember them days?
yes.
Yeah.
Come on. Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, just, the Lord Jesus Christ is going to smite all of you. You know, meanwhile, I'm right over there trying to pick up a girl. He's coming around trying to give me a pamphlet in the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle of me lyrics and a girl. He's trying to hand me a pamphlet. I'm like, bro.
There was always that guy.
Go away. You know, like
preaching.
Preaching. There's a guy, he's in a suit.
Yeah, preaching.
He was wearing a full
walking
suit.
Up and down the street.
Yeah.
You know? Trust me.
Man, yo, Young and Dundas was like the spot in our days, man. It was like the fucking spot. As soon as I was like fucking 16, 17, 18 years old, that's where we used to go all the time. Because there was anybody who was, not anybody who was anybody, but like people just used to flock there. So I used to be able to go down and there were girls everywhere. And you could go, and back in those days, it was easy to talk to a girl. You even making noises and all this stuff. But they come and they talk to you.
But a lot of them were Americans.
No. I'm not talking about Caravana only. I'm talking about any time, bro. Anytime during the summer.
True.
Me and my boys used to get together and just go chill at Young and Dundas. Because before Young and Dundas Square, it used to be a thing there, and it used to be what the fuck is that burger joint where they sing when you order it? You order the burgers and you sing. So we used to go and like chill for a bit and then go order the burger. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. Every time you ordered it, they would sing your order to the person. If I said the name, you would know it right away. And there was a building there, and there was a building right on the corner that sold like cheap clothes. You know?
Yes.
Right on the corner.
Yes.
And it sold like cheap, like red jeans.
And it had like this discount.
Big
like a
banner.
banner.
Yeah. You know the place I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I used to go in there and grab some like
trust me,
discount clothes on payday and whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know, but you think you're cool, man. We're fucking rocking like a purple jeans.
Remember the colors back then? Brown.
Yo, mustard. I had a mustard colored jeans.
Mustard, orange.
Yeah.
Red.
Green.
I had a pair of red corduroy pants, cargo.
Yeah.
Yo, those were like, wear them out till there's no corduroy on them. That's what I was doing,
Yeah.
Like, now I think about it.
That's back when I used to shop at Stitches and
the
Garage.
ugliest pair of pants I've ever owned. Some red corduroys with the cargo.
Yo, the ugliest one I ever owned was a mustard color jeans. I had a full mustard color jean jacket, green, and jean pants.
Green.
Yeah, I don't think I had green.
Brown.
I definitely had the mustard though. Yo,
I had all of those.
That was. I used to shop at Garage and Stitches, and that place on the corner. That same place that we just talked about on the corner, Young and Dundas.
Oh, what was it? Benetton. Remember Benetton when they had those ads where a white and a black person and they're wearing the different colors?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Was it Benetton? Was it Benetton?
I bet you're saying it wrong.
Probably.
Yeah.
But there used to be ads where they had like a white person and a black person and they're wearing the clothes with all the different colors on it. These ads back in the day.
I don't know. Hit it down in the comments if you know what Jay's talking about right now. Yo, A Cruz like, yo, you remember Randy River? Yes, I remember Randy River, bro. I remember, I used to go get my dress clothes. I used to go get dressy stuff at Randy River.
Oh, trust me.
You know, like nice things over there, like whatever, fucking khakis or whatever. And he's like, what's the other place called that I used to get my khakis all the time? And they used to sell a lot of plaid shirts.
The plaid shirt.
Oh my god, I used to wear like a plaid. I used to always wear like there was a time in my life where my style was like nice khaki pants, tucked in like white shirt, always a white shirt or just a plain black shirt, plain white. And then I had my silver chain, and then I wore a plaid shirt over it, unbuttoned. It was kind of like, that was like pretty boy styles back then. And I had a job at working for the city before a lot of people had jobs, so I had a little bit of extra cash to go. Man, I can't remember the name.
You know
of
what
the
I
place.
used to rock back in those days?
What the fuck is the name of the place? I'm not gonna remember it.
I used to rock the cardigan.
Yeah.
The little.
Yeah, Acres like exhaust sheets. Yeah, we're talking about Stitches right now, man. Stitches and Garage were the places where I used to buy my stuff.
Oh, Stitches.
Use the cardigan. What's the fucking place? Randy River. He said Randy River. There's a place. Oh man, it had one word, but it used to be almost like preppy clothes, and that's where I used to buy all the khakis and all my plaid shirts. And I used to get my plain t-shirts anywhere else. No, if I remember the name,
I can't remember.
As soon as I say the name, you'll know it. But it's not coming to me.
When I used to rock Varnays. Remember the shoes?
Yeah.
They're like canvas.
Yeah.
And they came in different colors.
You know my shoes that I used to wear with those?
What?
Something Fox? Travel Fox.
Oh, Travel Fox!
I used to rock the Travel Fox with my khakis and
you are a freshie.
Yeah.
Travel Fox.
I used to rock Travel Foxes.
Makes me think of Fila.
Warlord was saying Le Chateau. That's not the one, but I did used to hit up Le Chateau.
They did have. I used to go to Le Chateau.
Yeah, everybody went to Le Chateau.
But the thing about Le Chateau,
it was so much girl stuff.
Yeah,
and they had little guys.
You'd walk in there and it's like, and they had this tiny little corner of the store, and that was guy clothes.
Yeah. But they used to have decent things, man. They used to go in and get like a nice dress shirt.
They just didn't have a big spot for it.
Yeah, I didn't shop in Le Chateau a lot because I used to wear things so baggy.
Stitches.
And Le Chateau was more of a fitted place.
Well, Le Chateau is where I got my dress clothes.
For me it wasn't Le Chateau. It was my dress stuff was a little bit of Randy River.
Randy River. Oh.
There was a store in the mall that sold suits and stuff like that, but all the suits were just like $50.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Just up the escalator.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember the name of it. I don't think it had a big name or whatever.
No.
But I didn't used to go to the Bay and get Calvin Klein suits and stuff. I used to go in there, and it was a bunch of Indian guys who would measure and hem it all in the same day. And then I'd go home and I'd buy baggy ass suits. My suits were so baggy that the things were fitting down there. The jacket didn't look like it went
roll it up.
Yeah, I didn't roll it up. I just wore it the way it was. My boy saw a picture of me wearing my suit back in the day, and it was so my suit. Suits are supposed to fit you slim and tight, but I used to buy them baggy on purpose. The guy's like, "This is not. You shouldn't buy this." And I'm like, that's what I want, and he would give it to me. And I showed my boys a picture of the suit that I used to wear and how baggy it was.
Yeah.
And my boy Chris Francique, he was like, bro, and he knew me back then too, but I don't know. Anyhow, he looked at the picture and he's like, bro, you look like Turtle. Remember that movie with the guy? He's like, your suit's so big and your neck's so skinny, and he's like, you look like you just be going Turtle, and they start to rip me on that. But they're ripping me for a picture that was 10 years old.
I know, but in your defense, everybody was rocking the same. You didn't. It wasn't like you stuck out.
No, I didn't.
You're one of many.
Not at all. Yeah. I look the same.
One of many.
We got enough talk going on here now. Because the girls then were there and the baddies were all rocking around. Yeah, Le Chateau had enough girls.
Because it was a girl shop.
It was a girl shop. Yeah.
Pretty much. It had, like I said, one tiny little corner of men clothes.
Yeah.
You go in there. But yeah, they did have some girls.
We should just go chill in the mall. Chill in Eaton Center. And look for girls. Some days you went and you got no phone numbers. Some days you went and got 4 or 5 phone numbers. That's just the way it was. This is the luck of the draw.
See, there's levels.
All we did was talk to girls, guy. We used to go to the mall and try and talk to girls every Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I remember.
That's all we did. Sundays were slow.
When I used to go there, I used to go to 2 places.
International. Oh, International.
Remember
International?
That's the place.
That's the place with the suits.
Yes,
that's the suit place.
Yo,
International is a suit place.
That's the place.
Yeah. That's where I used to go get my baggy ass suit.
Yo, I bought a suit there.
Yeah, I bought like 5 suits there.
What's funny is, I bought a suit there, and then I went to go buy shoes.
Yeah,
the shoes were more expensive than the suit.
The whole suit. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the shoes I bought. I left there, and I went to Aldo to get shoes. They were too expensive for me.
Aldo.
But then I went over to the Bay, and there was a sale on hush puppies. Yo, and I got this suede hush puppies, guy.
Oh, wow.
And my suede hush puppies became my dress shoes for like, because by that time when I was buying suits, my foot done grow. So I bought the hush puppies, and those are my dress shoes for like 5 years. That exact same pair of hush puppies.
As my brother would say, I had cockroach killers. You know the pointy shoes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were pointy? Yeah.
You know the ones...
Yeah.
He calls them cockroach
killers?
Because you can get them in the corner.
Right in the corner, yeah. Yeah. Yo, A-Cruise, like, they had Deca tracksuits. And Warlord just said Doc Martens.
Doc Martens, yes.
Yo, Warlord, you guys are down this nostalgia path with us, bro.
Doc Martens, yes, guy.
Yo, Warlord was the one who remembered international clothes, by the way.
That's
where I used to go. International, yeah.
Trust me. Buy your suit.
And they sold you anything. I'm like fucking 16 years old trying to buy an extra baggy suit. And the guy was like, you shouldn't buy this. I'm like, I'm buying it.
And he's
I'm
like,
buying that. And he's like, all right.
Sold.
Go ahead, dummy. Go ahead, you dummy.
Yeah.
You know, and I just leave with the suit. But they used to hem it and all that stuff like within like 2 hours.
Nice.
Buy it. I'd hem it. So I'd hang around the mall, try and pick up girls. You know?
Of course.
And then go back in a couple hours and
get your suit.
And get my suit and gone.
That's hilarious.
Yo, International was the bomb. Yo, International was for real. It was the place, guy.
Oh, yeah.
Whoo, that was a good trip down fucking
Memory Lane, bro. Holy, Young Street.
Yeah, guys.
Don't look the same no more.
Eaton Center. That was the shit back in the day, man. Yeah. You know what? I could talk another hour next episode about Eaton Center and all of the chilling we used to do down there and stuff.
Trust me.
But right now we got to shut her down. Stay on your TikTok, guys. We'll keep it on, and we'll keep going for a little bit here. Thank you guys for getting us to almost 1,000 likes. Yeah, Sam the Record Man. We talked about Sam the Record Man just a little bit ago. But for you guys watching here, we're gonna shut it down. Shut it down.
Pum list. So,
and then we'll
shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
So, Dave, tell him.
The Pum list. Anybody, Upper Deck Tops. Anybody who makes cards right now.
Making the Pum
for you guys, pricing my daughter out of being able to collect anything. You guys make the Pum list.
For me, it's you mofos who flick me with your high beams like there's somewhere to go.
Yeah. When you're stuck in traffic.
You're in traffic.
And getting high beamed.
And high beam, like, I get vexed.
Yeah. The flick. The tick. Like you can go somewhere.
You know?
You know the only time I use my high beams is when I'm making, like, let's say a 4-way stop, making a turn, and I want the other person to go first. I give them a tick to let them know. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Right.
And when you go ahead, then I'll go. You know,
Makes
like
sense.
That's the only time I use my high beams. Like for the flicka. I use my high beams in like fog and all that stuff or whatever. But,
right.
But like, I've never ever flicka somebody with my high beams ever behind them.
I just move out of the way and go around you.
Yeah, random fact. I think. Anyhow, let's continue with the Pum.
But I do flick you. If you're behind me and you flick your lights, I actually let you in front of me, so I can flick.
So you can flick them up too. But
bikes, scooters.
Anybody who rides a fucking bicycle on city streets, Pum list.
You know, Sharknado,
fucking Ben Simmons. You know what? This one here too. What's his name?
Angel Reese. The
Shark. You said Sharknado, right?
Sharknado.
You know what?
The Greek Freaks. Three brothers. Actually, there's only one.
Mitch Marner.
Yes.
Mitch Marner.
Yes.
All of you guys have made the Pum list.
Yes.
Are we missing anybody? I'm sure we are.
But you know what? We'll get you next time.
We'll get you next time. You guys will make the Pum list next time. We want to thank everybody from our TikTok people here who have hooked us up with some likes and some things.
You guys are awesome.
Shout out to our TikTok crew. the Jay and Dave Nation.
Oh, the Jay and Dave Nation.
Stay tuned for that shirt. That shirt is coming out soon. We're working on the design.
We're working on
for the Jay and Dave Nation. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We'd like to remind everybody, drop your boys a big old like. Make sure and comment. Make sure and share.
Sharing is caring.
And do all that. And go check our social media, you guys.
Yeah.
It's the same handle as up here or down here or wherever it is.
Yeah.
JAYANDDAVE 22.
Come on.
Go check the socials. And you could be part of the show. Join our TikTok.
Join it.
And then jump in with our boy A Cruz and everybody.
You can ask some questions.
Yo, what up, Rick? Rick just showed up. Hey. Oh. So anyhow, thank you guys for tuning in. And we're going to catch you guys on the next show, right?
That's
because
right.
we ain't going nowhere.
No, we're not. We're not indicted.
Johnson & Johnson's.
Not a sponsor.
Go get it.
Go get it.
No, don't get that. Go to
Well,
Big Things.
they're out of business anyway. That's right. Your mama.